Hello, everyone, and welcome to our once weekly show. My name is Michelle Marie, and I am both a Vedic and Western astrologer, as well as a tarot and oracle card reader. I'm also well versed in Vedic remedies and mantras, and I am so excited to have the illustrious, amazing, fan-thwarping cowbell tarot stash on my show. Yes,
Hello, everyone, and
I know.
welcome. So I'm thrilled to be here. Thank you. I'm Tarot Stash. I am a collector of tarot. I like to do personal readings for people, and I like to host a lot of shows where I get to learn new things, and you get to learn them along with me, and have a good time while doing it.
Oh, well, the reason he is a regular on the show is we cannot get enough of him. We love his readings. We love how beautifully entertaining he is when he gives them. So, yes, I actually read a parable the other day of the king and the astrologer, and it was an Indian parable about Vedic astrologers and kings. And they say that the best prognosticators, whether it be casting bones or giving an astrological reading, are ones who can do so with entertainment and light and freedom, and that is definitely Gerald.
There you go. Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
Okay, so I wanted to say hi to some people that are coming in before we get started here. Oh my gosh, there's so many of you. Welcome, welcome. Stars, great. Yes, you can. We are answering personal questions. Welcome, and I will go ahead and star your question. Fogo Pogo, welcome, welcome.
I added future lurkers because that was yours, and I'm like, oh, that's brilliant.
Oh, thank you.
Brilliant. So,
and the lovely Nancy is here. She's saying hi to Jonathan behind the scenes. Thank you, Nancy. Nancy's going to be on the show next month. Super excited to have her on, guys. It's going to be fun. Everyone's saying hi. And Imelda, good to see you. Awesome, awesome. And yes, I do read on other people, but it's based on who is in and around your environment. So I read your energy. Okay, Imelda? Mm-hmm. All right. And I see Aditi is here. I love your name. It's a beautiful solar name. Yep. Let's see. Hypnicity. Good to see you, Hypnicity. Hi. I hope you're doing well. A fellow Washingtonian. It's good to see you. Joyful Jen is here. Good to see you, Joyful Jen. Okay. And Fogo Pogo is reminding us who's in the chat. Yep, that's yep. Who's here. Connie B. So good to see you, Connie B. Welcome, welcome. And Lalima, lovely to see you again, Lalima. And the lovely Rossi. Always good to see you, Rossi. Hi. And Marie, I went ahead and put your question in the queue. Lightfoot, welcome, welcome. Everyone's saying hi to each other. Oh, Janice, good to see you, Janice. And oh, you plan to travel on Saturday. I'll go ahead and get that in the queue. Thank you, Lightfoot. And good afternoon, Celtic Tarot Sheila. Good to see you.
I owe Sheila an email. She invited me for an impromptu show and I wasn't available. And I'm like going, here's my phone number. So
okay. Wow.
Sorry, okay. I'm good business. Gerald is always working, apparently.
That's fine. Good to see you, Sheila. Thank you for joining us. Oh, and Pisces Greeter. Thank you for saying hi, Pisces Greeter. Hugs to you, too. And, oh, Cat Mama's here. Meowdy Cat Mama. Good to see you.
Claudia, good to see you.
Yeah. I saw Claudia IRL on camera, too, with the that was good. It's good to see you IRL. And then Nick is here. Good to see you, Nick, all the way from Twitch. Welcome, welcome, Nick. Good to see you. And we're streaming on multiple channels, guys. So if I miss anyone, I sincerely apologize. Thank you, Janice. That's so sweet. I appreciate that. And just letting everybody know, Tarot Stash, it's on his, wait, it's this way. It's it's right here, Tarot Stash, and it's down below. All of our handles and all of his links are in the description. So please, please, please.
Yes.
Subscribe to Tarot Stash immediately. Okay. And Daffodil, Tel Aviv, Israel. Welcome, welcome, Daffodil. That is awesome. I live in Washington State, and the daffodils are out right now. So,
ooh, nice.
Oh yes, they're everywhere. We have a festival every year in Washington. We love it. Okay, I did get your question, Kaylee. Thank you so much for reminding me. I appreciate that. And Sheila forgives you, Gerald.
Thank you. I appreciate
We're glad to get the business out of the way. That's awesome.
Oh my gosh, now I can finally sleep. No.
Linda De Gonzalez is here. Hello, Linda. Hello to you and your beautiful feathered friends. I love watching you on Val's channel too. Yay, I am too, Susan. It's always a blessing to have Gerald on.
Aw,
Yeah. Yay. We love
thank you, thank you.
country. Yeah. All right, Phantima. Good to see you, Phantima. Thank you so much for the blessings. All right. So for the future chatters, welcome, welcome. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and get into some of the stuff that's going on Vedically, because there's a lot, guys. I don't know if you've been feeling this retrograde, but I certainly have. I am on an emergency router right now. And a whole bunch of stuff didn't work today. So if you're wondering why, Mercury is retrograde and going direct tomorrow. So when he's slow in the sky, that is going to cause us some issues regarding the retrograde. Is basically it triples down when he's going direct because he's slow. I liken it to if you want to get your car going at a fast speed, but you're having to change routes on the freeway. So you have to go off the exit and then you have to turn around a little loop and then you have to get back on the freeway. That's what Mercury's doing right now. So things are a little slow and confused right now if y'all are feeling that. But right now, Venus is also in Gandanta, and Venus rules our relationships and money, and it's my ascendant as well. So that explains the day I've had. But after Venus goes through the Gandanta, I made a video about this morning, so you guys can check that out in my shorts. He's going to enter sidereal Aries, and Shukra is actually a male in the Vedic philosophy, even though he has a lot of feminine attributes and qualities. So this can bring a lot of passion, assertiveness, confidence. You're going to really want to pursue your desires over the next few days as Venus moves into this energy. I've met Venus and Aries people, and they are they're like artistic warriors. Amy Zerner is one of them, and she cannot stop creating. She's one of the most prolific artists I've met. She can do like a huge tapestry in hours. It's just amazing what you can do.
It's amazing.
Ugh. So this energy is just like, it's a huge push of artistic energy and vision, which is fantastic. But you're going to have to beware of any impulsiveness or conflicts in your relationships or financial matters. Now, if you have this in your chart already or used to it, you've learned to kind of regulate your energy. But for the rest of us, this comes once a year and we just need to be aware of it. So collectively, this transit's going to spark a lot of initiative, a lot of creativity that I mentioned. But again, exercise caution with money and relationship matters. Avoid those hasty decisions. And you can incorporate Vedic remedies like Venus's mantras. You can practice patience and diplomacy when dealing with others. Just seek harmony in those partnerships and try not to be right all the time, because Aries is ruled by Mars and Mars likes to be right. So if you use this period for self-discovery, for empowerment, and you can navigate this fiery energy with wisdom, with discernment, okay? And a really good mantra, if you're feeling this today and tomorrow, is Om Sham Shukraya Namaha. And that is to Lord Shukra, and he can help kind of balance the fiery energy for you. It kind of calms him down a little bit. And I did mention that Mercury is in Pisces, where he's debilitated, but he's also retrograde. And he's in Ravati, where the eclipse took place. So if you guys have been dealing with electricals, I know. If you have Virgo and Gemini, you're feeling it a little bit more sidereally, if you have any planets in those signs. So Mercury is turning direct tomorrow, and this is occurring at 28 degrees and 20 in Pisces, and this occurs in Ravati Nakshatra, which is a very sattvic nakshatra, and it's pure, okay? So this is going to go on for a few days, just to kind of the mix up. But if you let it go through the Gandanta, because that's going to happen next, after that period, we can expect a break. But just to let everybody know, Mercury he's going to go through all of the Gandantas this year and retrograde through all of them. So, and he's passing through eclipse points. And so if you have any planets that are ruled by Mercury, this is a drama year. Okay. So I can't really tell you that it's going to get better after this, but you will have a little bit of a break before the next hit. Okay. I wish I had better things for you, but just to let you know, my husband does have a very difficult Mercury in his chart, and I'm telling you, during the retrogrades, I am so ridiculously prepared that like I wouldn't be able to do the show today if it weren't for him, because he had an emergency router on hand, and he's like, I got the emergency router, I got the bulb for this, I got this for that, because he's lived with this his whole life. Okay, so basically what we can do is we can guard against misinformation, we can be vigilant in seeking clarity, because we can become ungrounded in this energy, and you can incorporate Vedic remedies such as meditation, communication, clarity exercises, and you can seek guidance from mentors who are a little bit more grounded to navigate Mercury's transition with more wisdom. Okay. And then we're heading into May. Jupiter is moving into Taurus May 1st. I am so looking forward to that because that's my ascendant. If you have anything in Libra, that's going to form an Adi yoga, which is a very, very auspicious yoga for sidereal Libras. And so if there's anything that you're looking to get done, I'm going to go more into that next week. On Wednesday, I'm going to go into all the beautiful things coming for Libras, as
Nice.
well as some of the other energies that we can expect in May. So I hope that was helpful, guys. I know it's a lot. There is a lot more I held back, believe it or not, but simply doing the mantras and the remedies and trying to stay calm during these transits are going to elevate your soul to the next level, because being here at this time is hard. Okay.
Yeah.
Sending you lots of love. And yeah. So is there anything you would like to add, Gerald, or did you want to get into readings?
I think the big thing to realize is 4 years ago we had this weird thing that happened. We went into this worldwide shutdown, and
Yeah.
it really upended the way we used to do things, and we're experiencing this. Is it going to happen again? Are we? We have this sense of falling.
Mhm.
It's because it's just like going, oh, I don't know what's coming up. So there has to be, I think the big thing to realize is that while this is going on, we can be kind to ourselves and to others by first paying very close attention and noticing where we are and what we are feeling. It doesn't have to, it's neither right nor wrong. It just is. And part of that is to get grounded, do your mantras, as Michelle is talking about. Those are extremely important. It's really important for us to make sure that we are communicating in a way that can be understood. First, we have to understand it, and then we have to try to communicate it out loud to other people. Because as we're dealing with a lot of things that are coming, it's like, ooh, I mean, this has been a rough one, rough year, a lot of karma burn off. And I think it's really important for us to all remember, okay, that's over. The past is dust. Don't be paying attention to that. Be paying attention to where you are so that you can be fully present. That's what I have. So,
Love that. Thank you. And I love that you mentioned active listening, because
mhm.
asking someone to repeat what you said and to make sure that it was listened to directly is huge right now. I mean, that saved my marriage. So when I
Well, yeah,
wait,
yeah,
yeah.
and even more, and listen to understand instead of to respond.
Mhm.
And because that shifts the gear. Oh, well, how am I going to answer this? Well, I don't know, because you don't know what was actually said because you weren't paying attention to it. So that active listening, Michelle, is so key. So key.
It
So,
is, it is. I learned that from my friend Ramsey, and, because, yeah, my, Jonathan and I have very separate. I'm watery when it comes to my speech, and he's more fiery, and so we go
mm,
back and forth, and it really does work, guys. I mean, like, he'll say something
yep,
to me, and I'll repeat it, and he goes, "Is that really what you heard?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "That's not what
yep,
I said." And
yeah,
it'll go into, "Oh, okay, what did you say?" And then I'll repeat it back until I got it. So it
yeah.
really does work, guys, and it's gonna save you a lot of headaches in the future. So I love that, Gerald. Thank you
Yeah.
so
Well,
much.
and it's important to, it's just, you have to have a sense of humor about this, because
Yeah.
the other option is to have it weigh heavily. So I always say, as long as I'm around, I will always be amused. I do the silliest things, and I want to laugh at myself. So there you go.
I
So,
love that. I love that. That's what we love about you, is you're always finding
oh,
the joy in those
well,
things.
thank you.
So, yeah. So I'm just gonna let you guys all know who is in order. So I have all of the little ticker down here in case you guys want to know how the show works. Donations get priority, and then we will go into lightning round. Okay, and
Mhm.
we spend more time on tippers. Okay, so our first tipper is Rossi, and then we have Lalima, and then we have Susan C, and then we have Rachel Rose. Okay. And then we have, looks like 12 starred total, as far as our questions coming in. Okay, I hope that was a little bit of a help there. I'm going to go get Rossi's question first. And there's a lot of trolls right now because we just had an eclipse. So if you guys see any, do not follow them into any dark rooms, okay?
Ooh, don't do
Because
it.
they will try to get your gold. All right. All right. So here's Rossi. May I have a message from my guides for the next month? Yes, you may. Okay, just give me a second here. I'm going to pull a few more cards for you so that I can get a really good read. Okay, and I'm using the After Tarot. It's a new deck today, so I'm excited for this.
Oh, cool. I like that one.
Yeah, I actually had to redo the guidebook because I looked at the photos and they just didn't work for me. So I thought that was interesting.
Perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So messages from your guides for the next month.
Okay, so they really, really want you focusing on your a virtuous, there I am. Okay, I got that one from Gerald. Okay, so I got the sun. So this is how you shine in the world. This is how you glow. All right, this is your glimmer. And then I got the 10th house of career. So what your guides really want you focusing on is how you shine in the world, your achievements, what you're good at, what makes you money. Okay, because I went to my creativity oracle, and the first card I got was the free associate card. Now, I don't know how many of you guys still have a job, but there are a lot of people that have been laid off in the last year. And for you, Miss Rossi, I got the free associate card. So you might be moving into something a little more solo. So I got this is the creativity oracle, and I love this card because it's based on what you tell me. Okay, allow the first thing that comes into your mind without self-censorship to bestow a vision upon you. Look at the card. What's the first thing you see? If you can tell me in the chat, I'll go ahead and I'll give you the meaning behind it. And then I also want you to try to derive your own meaning from it, because part of being a free associate is you got to make your own decisions moving forward.
Mm.
So, Rossi, can you identify what stands out to you the most in this card? If you're still here. The giraffes. Okay. All right. So the first time I picked this card, I picked the wolf. Okay. And I tend to isolate myself when I'm going through stuff, and that works for me. You pick the giraffes. What that tells me is you need to start sharing your burdens with a friend regarding your movement forward. And you might even take on a business partner. Now, this is the free associate card, but you chose a partnership. Okay, those are the giraffes in the center there. So I would consider, not right now because we're in Mercury's going direct and we got a lot of stuff going on right now. I would start planning out how you would like to see your life in the role of a free associate regarding your career, because that's where I feel like a lot of us are headed toward, because we are going through a lot of change after the major eclipse that we just had in sidereal Pisces Ravati. That indicates some kind of ending. All right. Because I got that what that'll help you do is evolve to the next level. I see Saturn there. Now, there was a recent war between Saturn and Mars that upended a lot of things in the collective. And then there's the eclipse. There's the sun and the moon there in the sky. So what this tells me is there's something related to the recent energies in April that might affect your career, but it's going to cause you to evolve. Creative ideas evolved out of invisible and profound nothingness of the proverbial consciousness. That sounds a little mysterious and foggy. It's because it hasn't materialized yet. It hasn't. It's evolving. So if you have a little bit of anxiety regarding next steps when this shift occurs, if it hasn't already, know that it is going to help you evolve to that next level. Okay, Rossi, so don't fear the change. So I asked for a little bit more clarity on what you would be moving away from, and I got childish behavior. I got the 6 of Cups reversed. Okay, there might be some conflicting attitudes regarding relationships with children or even a relationship with your inner child. They're also saying that triggered nostalgic memories of childhood could cause some difficulties as you go through this. So, this isn't uncommon when it comes to empaths, because we normally don't really separate our emotions from our work. So there may be some past triggers that come up when you go through this career change, this evolution that they're showing me. Okay. If you have anxiety about what's lying ahead, because I can feel it, you're not taking out enough time to just have fun. Okay, there's children. When this is upright, you can see children skipping in a courtyard, having fun, running home for dinner. Okay, you need to have a little bit more fun. They're saying you need to balance work with play because you've been putting your energy into projects and people that aren't truly appreciating it as much as they could, and you're evolving to maybe set some boundaries to do that. I'm going to go ahead and pick an affirmations card for you to see if I can get something that you can carry into the week. Very clear. I got the nurture card. I support and protect those I care about. We all have an obligation to give our best efforts to support and protect those we care about. We each need to be a strong, powerful castle for each other so we can feel safe and be able to heal. So it sounds like you're doing some shadow work. Some things may have upended in that area, and Spirit is literally telling you, girl, have fun, because you're taking it a little too seriously. That's really good advice for me, and I'm horrible at it. So, uh, so for me to say that, it's like I'm having to like push through a barrier myself. So I get that. I married Jonathan in Western is a triple Capricorn, and I've got Leo, and so we are workaholics. When our life is upended, we work and we put our nose to the grindstone and we go
Sure.
go. But what that does is it causes us to make impulsive decisions, and because we're not having fun and we're not clearing our mind. Okay, so even if it's just going on a walk out in nature, or going to an event or a concert with a friend because you picked the giraffes, and it's probably good for you to be with people when you're detoxing from all of the work stuff. That's what Spirit's recommending you do. Okay, Rossi, and let me see if you said anything. Oh yes, I need more fun. Okay, all right. Well, I'm excited to see what Gerald has for you, and I'm sending you lots of love, honey. Take care.
So Rossi, I was looking at this from, well, I'm looking at this as a message from your guides, and part of what I have is the part of the message is this is the Four of Pentacles. It's really important for you to be possessive about the things that are important, and let the extraneous things set aside. So if you are working on taking care of yourself, put that in your calendar and keep that scheduled. It's this idea, Rosanna, of pay yourself first, and that's really very important, because this is a foundation, and it is important for you to experience that foundation, because what's coming is it does feel like, Rosanna, this is the Ace of Wands. This is an idea of we have an initiation of some kind. I think I saw, Rossi, some people talking about perhaps Reiki, maybe doing a deep dive into some form of divination that you are enjoying would be really very, very helpful. So your guides are wanting you to, yeah, you need more self-care. Your guides are saying, and when you do that, it gives this opportunity to come out, and then, because we have a culmination, this is the world, and this is that culmination of what you've been working on. And what's great is when we finish up, we go to the world. If you study tarot, in the major arcana, it ends with the world and it starts back over with the Fool. So it's a continuation. So pay attention to what things are coming to their natural conclusion, which is extremely important. And you know how I said we have this initiation? Underneath that is Temperance, which is the card of making sure that you are patient. You are having patience with yourself to be able to. Temperance is about mixing things together that don't normally. You're going to get your Reiki certification, and I am channeling in a channeling class. Excellent. So it's important for you to understand that with temperance, it takes time. It's a bit of a give and take. It's a learning. It's a flow. Under the world, because when something is completed, be careful not to get lost in the illusion or the delusion of the Seven of Hearts. This is that, oh, I'm dreaming of all the possibilities. I'm dreaming about all the possibilities. I'm dreaming. Yet you're not doing anything with those. So definitely pay attention to that. Now, I did pull a radical abundance card for you, something that's going to help you through it. It is credibility. And I like this card because this card allows you to be your authentic self and hold yourself accountable. If you're going to take care of yourself, take care of yourself. Hold yourself accountable for that. And that's really very important. And I'm going to laugh. Pay attention to the birds around you because they may be messages from your guides. So that's what I have for you, Rossi. Thank you.
Oh,
Woohoo.
that's beautiful. I love that. Thank you so much,
Mm,
Gerald.
yeah.
And Connie B, I just checked all of the starred questions. Go ahead and put it again, and we'll go ahead and get you in the queue. Thank you so much for following up. Okay, Connie B. We have 17 so far. And just to let everybody know, we have Lalima and then Susan and then Rachel Rose. And then Lalima, you tipped for a question for your sister. So let us know who your sister is and I'll get them.
DT.
Aditi's your sister. Okay,
Yes.
got it. Thank you so much. Okay, so Aditi will be after you. And Angela's here. So good to see you, Angela. Welcome, sweetie.
Hello.
Oh, and
And then Jeff,
Jeff
Tarot
is here. Good to
Afterwards.
see you, Jeff. Welcome,
Yes, yes,
welcome.
yes.
Yeah, I did a reading last week and I found out that Jeff sold insurance in the reading. It was really cool. So I don't know if you
That's
caught that
fun.
last week, Jeff, but we gave you a reading and yeah, that was interesting. And Amanda says she got her master's in Reiki too. That's awesome. You can use it on your new
Nice.
baby, Aurora Rose. Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, Aurora Rose was born in Gandanta, her little body. So she is going through it, but she is a warrior-ess, and we're all following her journey on Instagram. So
Well,
thank you for letting us know your baby's doing well, sweetie.
and she is a freaking miracle, and
Mhm.
Mama Sushi made that happen.
She did. You've been an amazing mom throughout this, Amanda, especially with
Yes.
the medical staff and everything. You've maintained
Oh, yeah.
patience. You're amazing.
Yep.
And then Rossi says, so true, Gerald. I'm near the Everglades, so surrounded by birds. So there
Okay.
you go. There you go. All
Great.
right. That's a great place to go walking and playing.
Mhm.
So, and congratulations on getting your Reiki Master certifications and channeling class.
Great.
That's wonderful. All right, so let's go on to our next question. And it is La Lima. Let me find your question, La Lima. Okay, so I did get that one. Let me find your question. I'm not seeing it. Oh, career. Gotcha. Okay. All right, Miss La Lima. So, you've got a lot of energy around you. So, the first, avert your eyes. There you go. So the first card I got for you is I got the fortune card. This is Jupiter. He's the Santa Claus of the of the chart. Even if Jupiter's debilitated in your chart, he's going to give you something. Okay, so this is a very good card to get when I'm asking about career. Then I got the 11th house. This represents your tribe. It's how you serve humanity. It also represents the type of people that you choose. This isn't family. These are friends. Okay. It can also represent elder siblings in Vedic astrology. That 11th house energy. And then I got Sagittarius. So I got all these three cards together and they form a story. Sagittarius, 11th house, Jupiter. So I'm going to go ahead and read these to you as Monte intended them because that's how they're originally supposed to be read, but I have my own modality. So it says, learn or teach your highest ideals for humanity's sake. Be positive about the rules of your hopes and wishes. Grow and expand, get out in the world and do it for the future. And I know you're a medical doctor, so this is all good advice from Spirit. The granting of the insights to understand freedom, blessings from, and the wisdom of associations, and good fortune resulting from the understanding of your circle of friends. So what this tells me is you need to expand your network to people who support your medical practice because, I get Jupiter, I get Sagittarius, that's Chiron, that's the wounded healer going out in the world and finding cures. So expanding your circle, your professional circle is highly, highly recommended right now because if there's one thing I learned coming out of college and into the working world is that it's not what you know, it's who you know. So forming those connections are a big deal. So I asked what the potential blocks were, Lalima, and I got the 9 of Swords. Okay. So your fears and your doubts, they must be confronted and understood, or else they're going to turn into maybe compulsive behavior, paranoia, or even physical illness. Okay. If obsession gets the better of you, or if you become overly interested in it, I call it overthinking. I do this all the time because I've got a lot of air in my chart. You may want to get some professional help or a therapist to kind of bounce your career, your ideas, and what's going on there. They're saying that focusing on your past mistakes is not going to help you right now, and unreasonable skepticism it could lead to depression. Okay, so there's a difference between what your heart is telling you and what your head is telling you, and you need to resolve them so that you can stay productive. There's a break there, okay? So your wholeness can be eventually attained, but you may have to work through this obsession that they're showing me, okay? And this is also coming from your outside world as well, okay? So I asked what that looked like, and I got the Knight of Swords reversed, okay? So this is a no card. This is kind of a negative card. So they're saying frustration and defensiveness will get you in trouble here. And so be careful not to get dragged into any quarrels regarding this area, especially if the people that are testing you like to fight, okay? These are the type of people that like to play cat and mouse with people, okay? You need to avoid these types of personalities because they're going to go against your career, your productivity, and you're making connections with the right people. If you're fighting over incompetence or bringing work frustrations or dysfunctional behavior home with you, you need to find ways to let those things go. And they're also showing me that there's some stuff going on in the family that you need to let go too. There's some dysfunctional behavior among family members that's going on that you need to kind of set some boundaries with. But the main thing they're saying is just watch for the destructive tendency to be fascinated by like these aggressive, eccentric types that I see are in and around you because they're not part of your tribe and they're going to hold you back. Okay, so big, beautiful boundaries. And they're really coming out of the woodwork because we had the eclipses and they're feeling emboldened. All right. When you do find your tribe, you're going to be able to afford to be very generous with your time and energy with them. So this is the generosity card. Be generous with the gift of your time and attention. Okay. So once you find the right people in and around your environment, you're going to be able to do all of the things that you want to do, but you have to set boundaries and get those fence posts up and try to control who you allow in your corral. Okay. Because you've got a very important mission in this birth. I got 2 affirmation cards that you can take with you into the week. I got that you're the goddess of transformation. This is a spirit card. My willpower is stronger than any bad habits. Use this gift when you feel unable to overcome long-held beliefs, habits, or compulsions. That's the obsession card that I pulled. Like affirmations, the strength of our habits comes from constant repetition and our belief in their ability to help us cope with life in some way. They can be dealt with by using this gift and by accepting and loving yourself more and more, shadow side and all. So those 2 things that I mentioned before, as you work through those things, be gentle with yourself and know that your willpower is stronger. Then this is the second one I got. I am grounded. And this is for everyone right now because April is a difficult month. When life overwhelms us, it is time to get outside and touch the earth and ground ourselves, reestablishing our essential unity with nature. I breathe in the comfort of Mother Earth. I am filled with the connection to the Earth's center. I breathe out anxiety. So any anxiety that is happening between this head and heart disconnection that I see regarding the career, regarding family, anything, it can be broken by simply remaining grounded, being true to yourself, and knowing that your willpower is stronger than any conditioning that you were raised with, okay, that's negatively affecting you right now. I hope that was helpful. And I'm glad you can relate to every sentence in the, that's a great deck. It's karma cards. I love using it when someone asks me a general because it'll tell me, the guides will tell me what area to focus on. And they're really interested in your career. Okay. And with all the things that you're set out to do, there is an actual medical plane. So I know you probably study the planes in the Vedas. So doctors and nurses that have this in their chart, you literally came from that plane and learned these modalities, and you're here to help the rest of us. And anything that you learn on this plane, you can go up and you can do service to the devas. So it's a really good thing that you're doing. You're learning a lot, and you definitely don't want people standing in the way of that. Okay. Mm-hmm. So I'm sending you lots of love, and I'm excited to see what Gerald has. And I want to say hi to someone from Twitch. Hi, Zimika. Love your name. And I love that you are a Leo. Oh, and you're going through your Saturn return. So I will go ahead and get your question in the queue. Thank you. Welcome. And know that we are going through tippers first, and then we go through lightning round. Okay. So we will get to you, Zimika. All right. Oh, and you're so welcome, Lalima. I'm excited to see what Gerald has for you. Take care, sweetie.
So, Lalima, as far as career, I have the Empress. This is all about creativity. It feels very much like you are in the process of of trying to give birth to a new way of working. You're trying to move things along, move them along. And I think it's one of these things that interesting. You talked about, Michelle talked about from the planes, and this Empress is floating. So she is in the upper planes, which is where you have a lot of your connection. I am also I'm seeing here the Ace of Swords. It is important for you to articulate what you think in a way that people are going to be able to hear it, because people sometimes struggle with hearing. And we talked about that before. And one of the ways that you can support yourself with this is you don't necessarily have to you don't have to scream, because sometimes silence is the most impactful. This is also supported by following your intuition, and this is the High Priestess, and I love the High Priestess for you, because trust me, if there is for a medical doctor who follows their intuition, that's extra bonus, because there is this true sense of connection, and I really like that. It is important for you to remember, Lalima, that, as the Princess of Swords, you are really able to communicate. You can. I mean, and I got another card, I got this card of communication, the Ace of Swords. You have the ability to communicate. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Because what's happening is the undercurrent of that is the Magician. You are the words you speak are creating something new, something that you're trying to reach. And this is truly where you're putting your energy, because what you say can manifest. So, Lalima, I think that's extremely important. And by the way, I totally love that I have the Magician, and you also got the High Priestess. The magician, the magician goes outward to understand the world. The High Priestess goes inward to understand the world. And so I think you are, as far as career, you're actually helping to give birth to something new. And oh my gosh, we have the 1, the 2, and the 3. So you are on the right track, Lalima. Keep up the good work, and I appreciate it. Thank you. Wow. Cool. So
That was great. Yeah, spirit really came through for you, Lalima. So I'm glad that was helpful. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing your energy. And I'm sending you
mhm.
lots of love as you push through that
Oh
heart head
yeah.
connection. Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
you're getting it straight from Gerald. I can't do the
Yeah.
magic, but
Well, yeah, and it's really powerful, because it is this heart connection that's not just, with the people across, but it's people above and guides around. So it's really powerful.
and thank you for the heart. We appreciate that.
Yes.
And welcome, Sherry. It's always good to see you.
Hi,
Bonjour,
Sherry.
Shari. Aw. All right. So, just to let everybody know, we have Susan C next, and then we have Rachel Rose, and then we have Lalima's sister Aditi, and then we have Philip Gutierrez, Patty D, and then Lightfoot. Okay. So, we have a lot of questions coming in on Lightning Round, guys. We might not get to all of you, especially if you put them in the last few minutes or so.
Yeah.
So, if you want, if you tipped either Gerald or I will go ahead and get you in the questions. Okay. All right. So here we go. Next question is Susan. Go ahead and find you. Hope you're doing well, sweetie. After 168 years, the college I attended in Alabama is closing next month. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Some
Wow.
of my theater and other friends are planning to gather at the college May 23rd. That's a big day. Okay. For the closing ceremony and visit for subsequent days. Travel and mobility are concerns for me. Okay. I'm thinking it best for Daniel and me to go down for the closing event on the 23rd of May, stay 2 nights, and try to meet friends at an accessible restaurant. Okay, I understand that. And such. The quick side to see mom nearby. We did pretty well. Let's see if there's any more here. Okay. So I'm guessing this is about the trip. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and look into what's going around this trip and what you need to focus on regarding health and mobility and everything else. If there's anything else, go ahead and put a little disclaimer in the chat for us. Okay, Miss Susan? And you're so welcome, Lalima. Thank you. Okay. I got a few cards for you, and one of them is Saturn. We love you, Gerald. The first card I got was Saturn. So he's going to cause some obstacles, some delays, some blocks. That's what Shani does. Okay. So it's not going to be as smooth as you want it to be. Okay, Susan. Then I got Cancer. This is a very emotional card. It's also my homebody card. So you might consider, if you really, really want to go on this, you're going to have, it's going, know that there's going to be obstacles. Let's just put it that way. Okay. And then I got the 6th house. That's the house of your health and service and food. That's why there's all the fruits and vegetables there. So I'm going to read it as Amante intended it. Okay. Be realistic about your feelings and treat them like a full-time job. Be concerned about attitudes from the past about serving. You must wait before you can use your intuition and do a little at a time. That's kind of what I got, is if you're going to make this a trip, don't do too much. Do little things, okay? Because they can turn into big things when our health is compromised, okay? Maturity that brings the intuition to protect service to others, caution regarding attitudes from the past about what is good for us, and limits imposed resulting from the history of your work and health. So what I'm getting from this is there are going to be some obstacles regarding health. And what the main thing I got was, if you decide to go on the trip, know that there are going to be things that are going to prop up and cause issues. But if you just do little things throughout the trip and try not to plan anything huge or try not to do too much at once, you're going to be okay. All right. I did ask how this was going to affect you and Daniel, the trip. I did get the 2 of Cups reversed. Okay, so Gerald gave us all really good advice at the beginning of the show when it comes to active listening. If you're hurt, if you can't like maybe go up that hill or make it to the elevator in time, or if you just sit down a little bit more at dinner because of some mobility or spasms or anything that's going on, communicate that. Active listening. And I know that he takes very good care of you, and you guys are newlyweds, and that's wonderful. But when we bring stress into our relationship from the outside, it's important for us to just be very mindful that we're hearing each other as a team as we're moving through these hurdles together. Okay. So you do have a nurturing, supportive relationship, but this is going to test it a little bit. Okay. They're also saying that you really like your independence and that you're resistant to making accommodations that Daniel is willing to do for you. So they're saying it's okay to ask him for help, to lean on him. Okay. What else? Yeah, they're saying just don't push yourself too hard or too fast, and that goes for both you and Daniel as you go through this. So I did go through my creativity oracle for some extra insight. And I got a lot of cards, which is great for the retrograde, the Mercury retrograde right now. It's headed direct. I got reflection, I got resurrection, and I got generosity. So the first card I got was reflection. Time to focus, balance, reflect, and guide yourself past stumbling blocks and take the right actions. These are literal stumbling blocks that you can be tripping over on the trip. Okay, so just be aware of that. That's what Saturn causes. Resurrection is the next one. Reconsider a project or recall a person from the past to resurrect an idea. Think about how your when you're feeling the way that you're feeling now physically, think about how your past trips or events went to get ahead of some of the issues if you really want to go on this trip. Another big May trip is writing conference for me, just 4 days. I have attended it, but first time since COVID. Okay, well, that's another trip that if that's smaller, then it might be more supported. But I did get the generosity card. So what I get is you can afford to be generous with the gift of your time and attention, but you really need to be careful and reflective about who you're giving your time and your attention to and how you're using your energy, because it's somewhat limited by your current physical condition that you're working on right now. Okay. And you don't want to push yourself too hard. So I did get an affirmation card to help you throughout the trip if you choose to go on it. And I got the I am grounded. When life overwhelms us, it's time to get out and touch the earth and ground ourselves. I got this twice, guys. So this is for all of us.
Yeah.
Re-establishing, lots of re's in these readings, re-establishing our essential unity with nature. I breathe in the comfort of Mother Earth. I am filled with the connection to the Earth's center. I breathe out anxiety. If this trip is causing you anxiety, it's not going to be good for your health. And then you're going to add having to get around at the same time. The guides are basically saying don't do it if you don't have to. Okay. Focus on your health, focus on your goals right now. If you do need to go, do know that there's going to be obstacles, and Shawnee's going to be throwing a few of those out of there, and they are going to affect the relationship with Daniel a little bit. So practice that active listening and try not to do too much at once. It's the best advice I can give you moving forward. And I'm excited to see what Gerald has for you. Sending love, Susan.
I'm going to take a slightly different bend to this. If you are going to go on this trip, this is the Sun card. Go forth with the idea of is I'm going to enjoy this. So keep that in mind and plan for all of the weird things that may happen. And you said if I want to take a trip many times, I think I'm thinking skip it. Go to writing conference instead. Whatever you do, make sure that you're going for the reason that makes you happy. Okay? If it's a little heavy. I have these two cards. These are related to each other, Susan. I have the Fool. The Fool is, let's go in with some no preconceived notions. And if we have then we have the Nine of Pentacles. The things that you've worked really hard for, it's okay to do something just for you and enjoy that. So if you're going to this writing conference, you deserve to be there, and you can be as engaged as you want. You can just go to, you can they're talking so quickly. You can go have a good time, and move at a slow pace. Pentacles for me say, don't try to cram too much in. Know the basics that you need to do. And then Susan, I got the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. Aces are a great beginning of something. So the Ace of Pentacles is a great opportunity. Perhaps you're going to make some connections at the writing conference. The Ace of Swords says there's some new action that you're going to take. Perhaps that idea of going to the writing conference and being willing to see what happens is going to present a new idea. It's going to help you consider new words to use. If you're a writer, you use words. I also picked two Radical Abundance cards for you, and I picked this one because, Michelle, during your reading, you said something about the power, and I'm like going, holy crap. Okay, I picked this one as soon as that she said that word. But whatever you do, make sure that you are nurturing yourself before you go. You plan for how you're going to nurture yourself while you're there and when you come back. So very, very important things. So Susan, I hope you have, my wonderful friend, editor friend will be there. I love that. I think that's amazing. Amazing. So there you go.
Great.
Yep.
Thank you, Susan.
Yep.
That was wonderful. We really appreciate it. And thank you for your feedback. Yeah, it sounds like the writing workshop is definitely something fun. And if it brings out that inner sunshine that Gerald pulled, then that sounds like the best way forward. That's great. Thank you so much. And yes, it's all about planning right now.
Yeah.
The Seven of Swords has been stalking me lately regarding a lot of creative projects that I'm doing, and it's hitting a lot of creative people right now. So just be aware that, you know, that's out there. Okay. So let's see.
Hi, Robert.
Oh, hi, Robert.
Probably too late this time because we've got 27 questions highlighted.
Yeah, we do. And just to let everybody know, we hit tippers, and if we have a chance to get to lightning round, we do. And you have to be in the audience for lightning round. Just to let you all know, I skipped 13 people last week because they all left. So you have to be here for lightning round to get your question. I will not answer it unless you're here. Okay. All right. So our next, I'll just let everybody know the order. We have Rachel Rose, and then we have Lalima's sister Aditi, and then we have Philip Gutierrez, and then Patty D, and then Lightfoot, and then Janice Cap. Okay, and I apologize if I said your name wrong. You can correct me in the chat if you'd like. Okay. Oh, Miss Charlotte says hi. Good to see you, Miss Charlotte. All right. Let's see. Find your question, Miss Rachel.
Ooh.
All right. We got a lot of them. You're very popular, Gerald.
Well, thank you. I'm on your show, and you're very popular as well. So there we go.
No. Back at home, and I need to decide about a place to live. Oh, no. I'm calm about doing this now. Well, that's good, because that was my first question for you, Rachel, because, yeah. This veteran Dave Scott landlord saved his top floor condo for me, number 908. That's a 17. That's an 8. That's Saturn. On Watch Chain Way. I've seen it 3 times, and I decided to let him know by the end of the week. Can you get a read on this place and on the landlord? It seems nice with a balcony and a fireplace. Okay, well, it does seem really nice. The first card I got for you was Aries. Okay, so this is the landlord and this is you. It sounds like he's in the military too. That's veteran. Okay, so Aries is ruled by Mars. This is a very military-based card. So you guys have that in common. I did ask what the landlord's personality was like. I got King of Wings. You want a landlord like that. My landlord is a King of Wings. He's great. He's like the most, how do I say this? He is one of the most practical, just down to earth people you'd want. Okay. But they're also very, they're very, how do I say this? Mental and not emotional, if that makes any sense. You don't want an emotional landlord. I've had one of those before. So, this is a very philosophical type of person. They're very focused. They like to keep control of themselves. They listen to their head more than their heart. What else? What else can you guys say about this guy? He's a free thinker. You guys can be on the same wavelength with each other, which is good. He's got a quick mind. He's got a mature air of authority. And yeah, he's actually good at teaching people about things too. So I'm not getting a lot of really bad energy about this. Okay. So that's good. What I did get as far as a block goes is, and I'll try to be gentle as I do this. I got the sun reversed. Okay. So when I get the sun reversed, what this tells me is that there might be a little bit of vitality or something that is being, okay, well, can I try to do it? This Mercury retrograde is messing with me. Give me a second, guys. You have not spent enough time developing a sense of independence or self-sufficiency, and you're uncertain of the direction to go. So you're not coming from a place of calm, not yet. Your headspace is a little unpredictable, okay? And it's influencing the decisions that you're using to move forward. And so, okay, they're saying you may want to take a trip to a warm or sunny climate and put your plans on hold, at least for right now. I know that's a lot, but there's some lingering regrets, some unrealized dreams. It's preventing a happy and enduring compatibility with this apartment. So the energy's not there yet. Okay, Rachel. There are other demands on the task at hand. There's just something blocking it. So let me just pull one more card from my After Tarot for you. Oh, this is one of my favorite cards. I'm going to go ahead and take this down so you can see it. I got the Fool. Okay. Now, this is the reason I made a guidebook separate from
Mm-hmm.
the guidebook this came with, okay? Because she's
Mm-hmm.
like Corinne Kenner described this as a happy little fool with a happy little dog following behind them. Okay, the dog is a white dog. That dog is Ollie for you, okay? And if you can see his face, he's terrified. He's like the dog's face is like
Yeah.
because the fool just fell off the cliff, okay? And he's paying attention to a rose instead of the fact that he's falling off the cliff, okay? So you're not seeing the apartment situation realistically. Okay, you're smelling the rose and you're paying attention to all of the good things, but you're missing a lot of stuff out in the horizon that could be. And even Ollie is like, "Mom, what are you doing?" Okay, we've all been there. This just tells me that your focus is not where it needs to be. Okay, regarding this apartment. So, in order to get your focus back, I pulled some affirmation cards for you. Okay, I am in a sacred place. Spend more time there. Any space is sacred if you choose to make it so. I breathe in awareness of the sacred nature of the space I am in right now. I am filled with the power to bless and be blessed by where I am right now. I breathe out all the fear that I am not in the right place for me right now. It literally says that, okay? You need to be more present. The reason you've gone through so many of these apartments and it's because you're coming from a place of impulsivity and fear. Okay. My place is cold and I don't want to stay here long term. That's probably why I got the sun. You need to find a place that's warm. They actually said go on a vacation where it's a little warm and spend some time there to clear your head and make better decisions about where to move next. Because when I get the Fool, it's telling me that you're that particular Fool, because the different decks mean different things to me. It's that you're not paying attention to the more crucial things regarding the search. Okay. And you're coming from a place of it's not full clarity. Okay, you just went on a trip. Well, that's good. But they are saying that if you're feeling cold, take a vacation. Don't move. Okay, that's not the way out of this. So you are in the right place, and they're wanting you to be more present and to build a sacred space no matter where you are. Just to give you an example, I've lived in this apartment the longest in my life, and I've had more problems with it than not. But I've dealt with them. I've worked with them, and that included mold, just like what you went through. Okay. Um, but I'll just show you what I have in my apartment, okay? This is my altar. I have all of my mantras and my books and everything, and then I have my sacred space over here, and that is where I have all of my deities and my incense and my mantra practice and books and my memorization packets and everything that I do for my modalities. They want you to do that in your apartment, and they want you to check in every morning before you head into work or do anything, and then they want you to before you go to bed, check in again. Okay, that's going to help you come from a calm place in choosing the next apartment. All right. Um, I hope that was I hope that was good advice for you. Another thing that popped in just randomly right now is that you can be a good leader at work and to not allow the children to keep you from socializing, if that makes any sense. Okay, because they're going to see you as someone. I think I got this last week that you are you're inspirational, you're kind, and you're able to react in a much more adult way in these settings, and you're a good example for them. Okay, so you're saying I'm able to make a home wherever I go. I do these things. This is a basement, and it's not sustainable for me. I'm not going to do another winter here. I'm not saying to ask. I'm not telling you to wait until winter. But if you have to make a decision within the next week, they're saying that you might be overlooking some things and you're being impulsive or a little too anxious about this. Okay. So I'm not saying no. I'm just saying give it some time and try to come from that place of calm. All right. Because the guides are saying that you're still making this from a place of anxiety and it's not going to work out. All right. I wish I had better cards for you. Uh, and know that you're not going to be there forever. Okay. It seems dark. That was one thing. That's probably why I got the sun reversed. That's where you're at right now, and you're not happy there. But they're saying that you need to be present there in order to move on to this next step. All right, Rachel, I'm sending you lots
Does
of love.
Rachel, does the new place or the place that you're interested in, does it seem dark? Because when I did a should Rachel move into this apartment, I got a no with the Queen of Swords.
Mm.
So this is there's more things to look at. There's more things for you to understand what's going on. There was not a lot of light, even though it's
Second
a
floor, two
second
floors.
floor. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I think initially I got an indication of a no with the Queen of Swords. So there's something else going on. And I think the person said, I think you said the person raised the rent $100 today, something like that. Really? That's weird. So, but so thinking about a new apartment, you want something that is going to be right up your financial match your financial needs. It's because it what you want it to be a good opportunity. It rubbed you the wrong way. Well then, and there you go. If it rubbed you the wrong way, you trust your gut. Don't be trying to force it, because winter is a while away. Keep looking, because the Nine of Pentacles shows up and says the slow and steady here is well run, well won, and you're going to find a sanctuary that works for you. I think I may have said this before, Rachel. Check with your friends, see if they know anybody. This is that networking thing with the Three of Cups. I also am getting this idea of I have the Wheel of Fortune, which is everything's changing, and the fact that you aren't feeling it, follow that, because follow your intuition on some of this. You're an intelligent person. Support yourself and get your intelligence and your emotional your emotions and your intuition to sit at the same table as you're looking at things. So it's and again, for entertainment purposes only. If you I don't necessarily, yeah, there was about, yeah, but I think it's I just can't put my finger on why I'm unsure. You don't need to put your finger on it. If it doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel right, because then you're going to be in this apartment waiting for that it didn't feel right when I signed the lease to show up. So, but I think it's a really important thing that you I think it's important that you allow your intellect, your finances, and your intuition to sit at the table. Oh, look, intellect, finances, and intuition. Have them sit around the table. Invite them all along with you. So, and have them sit down. The place next door looks nicer. Well, then look at next door. So that's what I have for you, Rachel. So
beautiful. And Gerald tapped into the advice I gave you the last few weeks, Rachel, when I said go to a cafe, get together with some friends, and just get on Trulia or Redfin or any of the apps where you're looking for everything, and just run it by some of your friends, because they might have a different picker. Okay, yeah. I let Jonathan pick our last child, our last fur baby. I've never done that before, and she is the most amazing dogder I've ever had, and it was a big trust fall for me. But sometimes when we let others make those big decisions for us and we step out of our own way, amazing things can happen. Okay, that's what we're here for. We're helping each other out. I know you've done everything that I'm sure you have, Rachel, but this is eclipse season. Mercury is going through Gandanta and retrograde. Venus is going through Gandanta. It is a really, really crazy month. All right. Yes. So we're all feeling that energy, and this is a time to plan, but not to act. And that goes for everyone in the audience. Okay. Yeah. All right, Rachel, we're sending you lots of love, sweetie. And I love that you're still doing your modalities. That's fantastic.
That's great.
So just to let everybody know, we have Lalima's sister on next, Aditi, and then we have Philip Gutierrez, Patty D, Lightfoot, and then Janice Kath, and then we'll see who's left. We're around lightning round. Okay. So, and Ollie gets surgery tomorrow. I will send healing vibes to Ollie when we do our mantra practice tonight. Okay. So lots of love to Ollie. He's such a sweetie. Okay. I'm looking for Aditi's question. Just give me a second here, guys. Okay.
And by the way, use this time to like, share, and subscribe to all of our channels.
Yes, please.
How's that?
And all of the links are in the description. That's what we put them there for.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Yep.
Okay, so Aditi Sunny, career read for me, please. All right, you got it. Okay. So let me go ahead and, why isn't this working? Mercury retrograde. Thingy is not working. Oh, there we go. Okay, if things are a little...
Uh-oh. Okay. So they've...
We'll see if this
Okay.
works out.
Okay, you've been having... Okay.
Yeah, it's
So
not
they're
working,
having
so just give
internet
me a second.
weird things. So
There we go.
it's all good. It's all good, everybody. So
Okay. Am I okay? Can
I
you guys
see
see me?
you. You're not necessarily clear, but we can see and hear you.
Okay. All right.
Keep going. Yeah, you're good.
Okay, great. So Aditi, I got a big no card. I got the South Node. This is Ketu. He represents our past lives. So what this tells me is you, like me, are maybe going through a karmic release right now. Okay. And what that is if you've learned a lot of lessons in this birth, when you've learned them, the karma comes due and you pay the bill. The good thing is you learned it and you don't have to go through it again. The bad news is it's difficult to go through and it causes some loss. Then I got the Empress reversed. Okay. So if you're thinking about a creative project or giving birth to a new career, wait until you have enough time and resources to do it without skimping. Okay. There could be some problems regarding this area. And I know that I work with a lot of creators, and even my mentors who've been doing this for longer than I've been alive have been dealing with their creative processes, books, decks, etc., are being stolen and sold on Chinese websites. So until our government can get control of that and do a better job at protecting United States and Canadian and European retailers, because that's where a lot of our decks are coming out of, the UK, US, and Canada, we're going to continue to get pirated. So if you're thinking about something creative along the lines of creating a product or something pretty or something that can be stolen, now's not the time to do it. Okay. There are circumstances right now that are preventing you from improving your career at this time. Okay. Because there's a lot of things up in the air. So the manifestations that you're doing right now are being prevented. So if you're feeling a little blocked, a little anxious here, a little frustrated, it's because you're unable to implement all of those beautiful creative ideas that are needed to propel you forward. Okay. And you're not the only one going through this. This is a collective thing. Okay. So I asked my cards what advice they could give to you to kind of push through this block that I found. I got the direction card from the Creativity Oracle. It's switch gears, reboot, and try a new and different direction regarding the career. Okay. That would propel you towards something a little better. Once you do that and you come from a place of calm, not from a place of anxiety when you do this, I got that your skilled work will be rewarded. I got the Eight of Earth. This is also the going back to school card, learning all there is to know about a topic. But it's also this is the card of skill work. This is the same as the Eight of Pentacles. So this tells me that you can be very, very focused at the task of hand and that you are highly capable of doing this. Then I got the 10 of water. Once you dedicate to yourself to this particular task at work after switching gears, you'll have a contented and rewarding family life. Your emotional and material needs will be met, and you can enter into some trustworthy relationships. But they're having you do some of that shadow work ahead of time. Okay, and I did mention that block. This is who you're becoming. I got the Page of Water. This is intuitive, sensitive, artistic, and very friendly. This is why I thought you might have been working on a creative project. So the one thing that when I get this card that I warn people against is you will be your psychic abilities will be a little heightened. So don't give advice to people who aren't ready to hear it, and try to do so with tact, because people can get really upset when you tap into something that they didn't tell you about, especially when you're a new psychic. Okay. I've been through that. So, but I'm seeing a new phase for your relationship and not your relationship with your career. And the reason I said that was because I feel like there's an emotional connection to it, because I got a lot of cups energy. Okay. So I did pull 2 affirmation cards that you can bring into this transition that I see you going through, Aditi. And it's, I am a soul. I am a universe observing all other universes. I breathe in the realization that I am not my name or what I do for a living. I am filled with the knowledge that I am a soul traveling onward. I breathe out the illusion of being separate from all there is. So without darkness, there can be no light, and without darkness, without light, there can be no darkness. There needs to be both. We live in a plane of dualities. A DT literally means solar deity or divine light. So continue to shine your light regardless of who you see appreciating it, is what I got when I got this card. Do not use other people's opinions of you to maintain that sense of self-worth. I know that's difficult for especially women in this modern age, but it's something that can make your life a little bit more light. Okay. And then I got the dream card. This will help you heal. My dreams and daydreams changed my world. Our dreams help create our material reality. As sure as our material reality helps us create our dreams, get plenty of rest so that you will be strong enough to make your dreams come true. So I got a no, not yet, but once you switch directions and maybe get some of those signs and symbols from your guides, the doors will open. You'll have that material gratification, that emotional gratification coming your way. And I see beautiful things for you, but you're headed in the wrong direction right now. Once you switch gears, things will be much, much better for you. I'm actually a finance graduate. I'm utterly confused whether I should continue with finance or turn towards tech. It's been almost a decade. For entertainment purposes only, I have connections with people that are really high up in finance, and they are going through massive, massive overhauls and transformation. We're talking at the CEO level. So I don't know if this is happening where you are in, I'm guessing India, but it is happening in North America, and it usually is all connected. If I had to make for entertainment purposes only, they're saying that you can combine the two by maybe studying some AI-driven financial software that's brand new, like a certification that you can study that puts you above everyone else. But you can marry finance and tech together. In fact, a lot of tech jobs have to do with finance. Okay. The number one thing I would suggest you do when you're rebooting is go to the job sites online and type in all of the qualifications that you have. Oh, that's interesting. They're saying use AI to find your job.
Yep.
Literally put in all of the skills, all of the certifications, and everything that you have into, if you have ChatGPT, that's one of the models that you can use, and then ask them to come up with a list of careers that match all of your abilities. And then ask them what would put you above the competition, because that's going to put your resume above everybody else when you go in for the interview. If there's anything AI about it, you're going to be top of the stack. Okay. If you come in with AI certifications regarding finance, you are already top of the stack, because that's what we're finding in our jobs as well. Okay. Oh, wonderful. Okay. Well, I'm excited to see what Gerald has for you, and best of luck with this job search, and know that it's up in the air for all of us. This is a collective change that's going on. Okay. Best of luck to you.
DT, thank you for asking the question. So career, I pulled 5 cards. 4 of them are major arcana. Significant? Yes. The first one is the world. What do you want to be and what do you want to do? This is a great opportunity. You're trying to decide if you go stay with finance, go with tech. My first thought was, before Michelle Marie said it, was do both. Figure out a way to do it. There's a unity with that. So the world is, okay, you're going to step things out. I also have the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is definitely following your intuition, following your gut, as well as seeing what, being willing to be quiet to make sure that you're getting the right information. Follow your gut on this. That is paired with the Two of Cups. There's a healing aspect of this. There's also a partnership in the Two of Cups. And so a partnership could be extremely helpful, especially with a High Priestess, because a High Priestess may be okay being by themselves. This suggests join forces. Look at what people might have. The other thing is I got I got the devil. And when the devil shows up, it just means pay attention to the things that you haven't looked at before. Where are the tugs, things that you have been avoiding showing up? This is also supported by the magician. I think that's a very interesting mix. The devil and the magician. Imagine the two of them dancing, because the magician, you have the ability, Aditi, to you could actually make this tech and finance thing happen because you have the ability to make it work. Just be aware that it could force you to, it's like, do I really want to do that? Do I not want to do that? So again, in a 5-card spread, I got 4 major arcana. That is very significant. That's very, very significant. That being said, yeah, the devil's in the details, Mickey Walk, yes. I did get the Queen of Wands. I want to encourage you for you to, as you are working, to use your charisma and your art of persuasion to be able to help you get some inroads. I think this is a nice little detail here that could work for you. So I'm going to pick a radical abundance card for you, which is serenity. Make sure that you take some time to center yourself as you're doing this work, because as you're doing it, it can be very, very stressful. Now, and as as Michelle Marie said, there's a lot of different ways. You could put keywords in the margins of your resume in white so it matches the background, so that when AI scans your resume, it will have all of the key features in there and it'll pull you to the top. You could do that. So, but I used to work in human resources, so there we go. So that's what I have for you, Aditi. I hope that helps. And I love the name Aditi, by the way.
I do too. It's a beautiful name.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for joining us, Aditi. And yeah, we're sending you lots of love as you go through that. And Puna Varsu is ruled by Aditi, and that is your ascendant, Gerald. And so, the divine goddess of light, the universe.
And
so you are blessed by her.
Yeah. She is a goddess that I have worked with, so it's quite lovely.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love that. And everyone's talking about Robert Fierro Tarot. Okay, and Robert Fierro is here, guys. He's on Gerald's channel.
Yeah,
so
he's been putting some stuff in there on, look for an ISBN when you're searching for decks, making sure that that's actually in there to help with the counterfeit.
And one of my favorite things to do, guys, is I buy directly from the creator, and that way you can get a signed copy and you can make a connection, and it's a great way to support. So,
and I also skip the Zon of Amma. I actually go to the publishing website. So.
Ooh, and Mickey Walk says the white text could be computer version of subliminal advertising. I love that. We actually do that in SEO.
It's
in 2010 that used to work. It is.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
that's great. I love that you were in HR and you could give her that advice, Gerald. I'm using that. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have Patty D. Oh no, Philip Gutierrez is next. I do not know who Philip Gutierrez is in the chat. So if you could let me know who you are and what your question is, that's great. And then we have Patty D, and then we have Lightfoot, and then we have Janice. Okay. All right. Let me go to the chat here. Oh, that's great help, Michelle and Gerald. Thank you so much. I'm glad to have connected with you two today. Oh, thank you so much. And we really appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's see.
I
know.
Next. Well,
I was actually. Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, and that's one way that teachers figure out that if people are their students are using AI, they put in hidden information, like used the word hippopotamus and elephant somewhere in the paper, and then they search for that, and they can find that, well, okay, this was written by AI. It's very interesting.
I love that. I
So
did not even think of that. So,
it's
I mean,
great.
I had a client site once, and the old SEO person put everything in white font, and I went to go. It took me a long time to figure out where it was because Google will go after that in SEO now. But I didn't think about using that for HR. I think that's brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so oh, yes, and Lightfoot, Temu is now outperforming Amazon. In their last quarter earnings, they got $2.6 billion away from Amazon.
Don't
So
do
the
it.
Chinese government is definitely taking over American retail, and we need, or
Yep.
I should say, world retail, and we need to stop
Yep.
that. So, yeah.
Whilst they're stealing your information.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So, yep, yep.
Don't do it. Okay. Sorry, I'll get off
All
my
right.
soapbox.
You're awesome. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get to your question, okay? Mr. Fun Boy, can you tell me how my cat that passed away is doing? Okay. Um, well, your cat loved you a lot, Fun Boy, because I wish I had told you I loved you more often.
Aw.
I wish I had told you more how much I loved you. Your cat really loved you. So that was the main message that I got. But I did get that you're a little overwhelmed in your life right now. And cats and dogs, they're on the other side too. They just, how do I say this? We can actually be reborn in animals, according to the Vedas, to learn certain things or to get our instinctual modalities back if we lose them in the freedom of being a human spirit. So I got some interesting cards regarding your kitty. And I feel like this might be a message for you. Now, I know this is a very difficult question. Um, but I got the reverse chariot. Did a car involve your cat's passing? I'm not really sure if that's what's going on here, but I didn't get the best cards for the kitty, and I was just kind of wondering if this is around an accident or if this was something else. Okay, but I'll go ahead and tell you what I'm seeing here, because I don't feel like this is your kitty on the other side. I feel like this is your kitty's message for you. All right.
Hmm.
So in Arcana, we do take questions if you're in the audience, okay? And if you tip. So just letting you know how the show works. I got a big no card. This is key two. This is past life. So your kitty could have been a past life companion, but I got no. I got no because then I got Taurus and I got the ninth house. And this rarely happens, but I'm able to form complete sentences using Monte's cards, okay? So I got remember your beliefs as if they came from God, reconsider the cost of any philosophies or laws involved. Now is not the time to use the most direct way or do it in a big way. And then I got there will not be the resources to maintain spiritual values. There's anxiety about the practicality of long range thinking or travel. And there's trouble resulting from the productivity of what is to be shared. So, what this tells me is you got to know in the house of savings. So, watch your money, and you got to know in traveling and expanding your horizons. That tells me that you might be doing some shadow work that might have been caused by the eclipse. A lot of us are going through that. Fun boy, I kind of asked what the main block was. That's why I asked about the chariots. They're saying don't try so hard. You're in a race that you can't really win right now. Um, Even though you're really trying to focus single-mindedly on this task at hand, you're overlooking some important facts and you can lose your way. Okay. Poor planning and preparation may produce action or inaction that is going to produce some confusion or misunderstandings and hurt. They're saying that there's a lack of resources, insensitivity to your situation will block the results that you're going to desire moving forward. And they're saying being timid will make people that you're trying to work with you feel a little uneasy. So they're saying try not to be too overly polite or too shy. Build that bridge and get over it. Okay. And this is spirit coming over from the other side, trying to help you out of this stuck situation that I'm seeing you in. Speak your mind and your heart, or some opportunities can pass you by. And the reason I asked about, there might be issues regarding transportation or travel. There can be some insurmountable obstacles in this area coming up because I got that ninth house, I got a big no card, and I got the chariot reversed. So If your level of energy moving forward is causing problems, or you're unclear about like the types of physical, emotional, or mental levels of your life that you need to pay attention to, you have to set some compromises with yourself, or you're going to suffer some consequences moving forward. Okay. Avoid exhaustion. Manipulation or competitiveness can also block you at this time. And know that this is not about winning or losing. I'm just getting a lot of confusion about the motives or signals in your environment. There's a lot up in the air right now that's just like causing you to get stuck. Okay. So don't move too quickly. Don't try to rush this process. Because what I got was that you'll only overwhelm yourself. Okay. I've been in this position before. If you can see, she's got a bunch of different modalities that she's considering here. She's on a walk, and she's just like, she's got the dogs, she's got all the astrological transits on her mind. You can see the butterfly representing transformation. You can see the symbolism in the background. Her mind is an overload, and you can't get a lot of stuff done when we're in that way of thinking and being. The hard work we love can lead us feeling burdened, drained, and burnt out, among other problems. So that explains why the Chariot's reversed right now. You need to spend some time on some self-care. While you're doing that, I got the preparation card. You just need to take out some more time to prepare. Okay, fun boy. Luck comes most often to the person and the place where preparation, opportunity, and skill meet. So attend to those details, prepare, don't make any big decisions now. It's not just you. The astral weather has been insane. So I've been telling people, just take time to prepare and don't make any big decisions right now because of all of the energies up in the air. I did get an affirmation card to help you come into this week. I make my highest ideals real by my actions. Use this gift when you notice you or someone else is not living up to the standards you have set for yourself and others. Forgive them and yourself Forgive them and yourself for this, and appreciate the fact that you noticed. We must be agents of the changes we want to see happen in the world. Realize the truth of the old saying, a good example is the best sermon. Sorry about my words today, guys. That retrograde's getting me. But you need to stand in your truth. You need to speak from your heart and your mind moving forward. But in order to do that, you're going to need to make some switches to your routine. Now, the fact that your cat loves you so much and came out and gave you a bunch of advice tells me that they were a spirit guide or had some kind of connection with you in a past life, and can help you through some of these energies. Okay. I hope that was helpful. I'm sorry you're feeling overwhelmed, but make sure to stand in your truth and use this period as a time for preparation and planning, and don't make any big moves for entertainment purposes only. And I think you can get through this. Okay, Philip, I'm sending you lots of love, and I'm excited to see what Gerald's got for you.
Well, your first card was that one about love. The first card I pulled is the Lovers. So, yes, Philip, fun boy. Your cat loved you. I do, and I'm curious about that card because I did get the idea of transformation. This is the Death card. However, that we have the Star, which is the card of there's illumination. If you believe in past in multiple lifetimes, your cat's good, enjoying. I mean, we have the Three of Hearts, so Three of Cups. There's a lot of fun there. I also we have Judgment. So there's the balancing. I have the Queen of Wands, where it is about being charismatic. Fun boy, Philip, I think one of the last times I read for you, there was a new position at work that you were consider applying for. I'm wondering if you applied for that, and that might be what Michelle Marie is feeling. And I'm curious as if that has actually come to fruition yet. I would say that be very careful about the illusions that you have. I would, your cat is okay. You can miss your cat. I'm also thinking you could communicate with your cat if the cat was connected to you in that way. I might remember that, but don't spend too much time in it because it's going to take you away from the 3D world. That's an important aspect that you need. So, That's what I have for you, Philip. Thank you. Let us know what that, if that made sense for you.
Yeah, we
So,
hope it did. And, sending lots of love to you as you,
yeah. Haven't heard
okay,
anything about the new position, and I'm still fine where I'm at. Good. Good.
that's good. Okay,
Good.
great. All right.
But your cat loves you. So
Yes,
there you go. That
yes.
was really, really obvious.
Hmm. It
So,
was, it was. And they're a strong spirit guide too. And you said, when can you ask if it's appropriate? Did your cat pass away after January 13th? I'm guessing that's the case. If so, he or she went out on the north path and they are in fact a guide. So
oh,
that
nice.
means they leveled up to a higher plane. So
Ooh,
then animals
cool.
can do that too. I had one of my dogs do that. The bad boys, they came back and reincarnated. I got one of them here, but the one of my females, she's one of my guides. So,
Okay.
oh, I did return to my old job after the summer. It was very peaceful.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
may.
great.
Yeah, cool.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you for letting us know. We really appreciate the feedback.
Hmm.
Okay, so our next fabulous star is just let you guys know we have Patty D, and then Lightfoot, and then Janice Kath, and then Joyful Journey, and then Kath D, and we have Gerald for about another 40 or so minutes. Okay,
Yep.
so all right, and then if there are still people left over for lightning round, I will get to some of the stragglers if you're still here. Okay, if we go a little further, so let me find you. Okay. Patty D. Okay, I see your. Okay. I let my lawn man go. I paid him and now he's threatening me. Oh, that's some eclipse energy. Will he stop and leave me alone? Okay, so we have a lot of planets going over the eclipse points over the next few months. Okay, we have one, like Venus has just passed through it now. It's going through Gandanta. So I did get some cards that represent that energy. The first
Mm.
one I got is this is a relationship with someone
Hmm.
that you're concerned about, because I got seventh house. The first house represents who we are in the world. The seventh house is other. It's 180 degrees from us because we work as mirrors for each other. I remember Allie telling me that. It's a beautiful way of seeing it. So I tapped into his energy and your energy and how they get along as far as a relationship goes, business wise. And I got the 9 of Gems reversed. Independence is a very important issue right now. This person is codependent. Okay. And you're very dependent. So, how do I say this? This person might not feel secure unless they're around in and around other people. And so they rely on those people in and around their lives to make their emotional decisions for them. This is not uncommon in codependent marriages. Okay. So this is someone who has a spouse that may be balancing out their own emotional needs, financial needs, wants, etc., or have someone in a family member in their life that's doing this for them and they're not taking responsibility for it themselves. Okay. So there's some codependency going on. Set appropriate boundaries with this person. Take good care of your health. They're saying that too much time focusing on this is just going to cause more anxiety. Okay. Because when I pull the codependency card, this tells me that this is someone who's not hauling their own luggage, their own baggage, as Marina likes to put it. So I got another block when I asked for, some more, some more clarity on this. And I got the Hierophant reversed. So this is someone who is, this tells me that traditional values and modalities aren't necessarily going to work with this person because they're not really paying attention to them. Or how do I say this? It's like you have a way of doing things and being because you were part of society and you were part of a culture, and this person does not have that in their home environment that they're showing me. So there's not a lot of accountability, not a lot of responsibility, and there's a lot of confusion in the home. There's not a lot of traditional values or morality around this person, and so they're acting out and inappropriately. Let's see if you said anything. He mowed my lawn only once, but did a horrible job. Okay. Um, I would just kind of stay away from people that aren't responsible. That's kind of what I do. If someone's not being responsible for their actions, then it's best to walk away from that type of a business relationship, especially if they're acting out in a very codependent way. Um, I say that because the third card that I got for you was the moon. Now, this is fear in the enchanted love tarot. But in the regular tarot, it also represents that there's a lack of clarity in and around this person, okay, that needs to come to light before you can really determine what's going on. It's upright, so this tells me that you need to rely on your intuition and the benevolent forces that are protecting you to set clear boundaries with this person. Um, Find ways to cope. They're saying breathing, meditation. They're even saying massage can help because you've allowed this person's negative energy into under your skin. Okay, that's a lot of empaths do that. No judgment from me. So just be aware of what's going on in your inner world regarding this interaction with this person, and rely on those maternal instincts because they will keep you safe. And your home deserves to be a place where you feel secure and supported. Otherwise, you can be overly sensitive and can act out inappropriately regarding the moods that are shifting and changing with the cycles of the moon and with people that aren't able to best handle those cycles, especially after eclipses. So just be alert to the fact that um, this person is operating from a place of fear and darkness. Okay. They're very moody. And don't allow that energy into your sphere. Clear your space. That's the main energy that they're telling me. And try to not engage this person because they're not very emotionally stable. Okay. A lot of people were kind of knocked on their bum from this eclipse energy, and they're acting in ways that they normally wouldn't, especially if this happened on their moon or their ascendant. And it can cause some problems. So I do have 2 affirmation cards to deal with this particular energy that's in your environment. I got the patience card. I am patient with delays and obstacles. Patience is one of the most valuable and powerful habits because many things come to those who wait. A patient attitude enables one to clearly plan out long-term strategies for reaching any goal. And then I got the goddess of truth. Be truthful. I make my highest ideals real by my actions. Use this gift when you notice you or someone else is not living up to the standards you've set for yourself and others, especially when it comes to your lawn. Forgive them and yourself for this and appreciate the fact that you noticed because you know how to do it. We must be agents of change if we want to see something happen in the world. Realize the truth of the old saying, a good example is the best sermon. So be a good example to this person by practicing patience and professionality with them, even though they're not giving it to you. Set appropriate boundaries and find yourself a better lawn guy. Okay. Don't engage with someone who's not emotionally stable because they're coming from a place of reactivity and not logic. You could sit there and logically tell them everything, and they're just waiting for you to stop talking so they can start screaming at you. That's not a conversation. That's an argument. Okay. So avoid that and just do you and be the adult in the conversation. And I think that you'll be able to power through this, but there are definitely some boundaries regarding your home that need to be put in place. Will he cash my check soon? I can feel relieved. I will not respond to any of his texts or emails. I just have anxiety. I have hired someone new. Good. Well, we'll see if he does your check soon. Gerald might pick up something on that. But what I got is you need to walk away from this person
Yep.
slowly and don't turn your back.
Yep.
Okay.
Just back away slowly. You've got
Yeah.
somebody new coming in, and that's a good thing.
There you
So
go.
that's a very good thing, Patty. I got the 6 of Pentacles, and so this tells me that you are using your money appropriately. You've hired somebody new. If this person cashes your check, if the other person cashes your check, they cash it. But don't worry about it. You've done your part in this. It is it's so you've done what you can. That's what you can do. It's very important for you to definitely keep yourself emotionally disconnected from this. Keep yourself safe. Keep yourself emotionally distanced because what it's doing is it's causing you to worry, and it's going to actually cause more trouble for you. It's going to. I mean, Patty D, you don't need this sort of energy around you. Um, you need a little bit of rest because I have the 4 of Swords. You need a little bit of a rest because you've worried about it so much. And don't be smart. This is the 7 of Swords. Don't let somebody steal your joy. If you've got a new lawn person, great. and have them, let them get your good energy and excitement and appreciation. So I also am picking a radical abundance card. Oh, charisma. You be charming for this new person, and don't even bother engaging the other person. I mean, they're just, they're not welcome. That, you've broke it off. You just say, okay, I've hired someone else. We're done, and call it finished. So, and I know, between what Michelle Marie and I both have said, keep yourself safe, and start enjoying the new person who's caring for your lawn. So okay, definitely. Okay, thanks, Patty D.
Aw, thank you, Patty. And no, you're not alone in the people getting affected by the eclipses as well. So people aren't acting very well in some spheres.
Mhm.
So I had a guy call the cops on me for feeding the birds. And they just went, oh, he's known. And I'm like, okay, so he just got
Yeah.
triggered. Okay. So just, breathe. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Just to let everybody know, we have Lightfoot, and then Janice Kath, and then Joyful Jen, and then Kathy D, and then Catalina. Thank you so much. And then we have lightning round, and we'll get to as many of you as we can. Know that Gerald will be leaving about 6:15, 6:20. Okay, and that's Pacific. All right, so let's go to our next lovely Lightfoot. Okay, let me find you, Lightfoot. I'm a sidereal Libra. Got that. Okay. Oh, you got good stuff coming for you. That's good. You've got good stuff coming for you in May. May 1st, you got a good yoga coming through your chart. But I got some cards that are standing in your way. So I'm going to go ahead and address those. And so you need to put yourself first. The best time to do this, May 1st. Oh my gosh, you got a really good yoga coming for you if you're a sidereal Libra. Okay. So let me try to find your question. I'm not really seeing it outside the fact that you're a sidereal Libra. Okay, Lightfoot. I'm looking for it. Well, if you have something, oh, there it is. I plan to travel on Saturday. Is there anything I should be aware of? Okay, put yourself first when it comes to the trip. I'm not getting great cards for this trip, okay? Because I'm getting that you might be doing this for somebody else or to make somebody else happy. Okay. Janice, if you change your question, go ahead and put it in and I'll have Jonathan cue it for you. Okay. Oh, and Patty says, thank you very much. You made me feel better. I'm going to be moving in the right direction. I appreciate your guidance. Very grateful to see you both. You are so welcome. That is awesome. Thank you for that feedback, Patty. We really appreciate that. So Lightfoot, I did not get the best cards for the trip. Okay. First, put yourself first. Don't do this for other people because that's the main energy that I got is if you're doing this for someone else, it's not going to work out really for the best. This is for yourself. It's going to be a gem and mineral show. Okay. So I don't know why I'm getting these cards. I love gem and mineral shows. They're like my favorite thing. But I got the Fool. Okay. And this Fool is not paying attention to the dangers in and around them. Okay, that's why I got the first house. Put yourself first. So there's something in your environment that could be causing you danger, and you're not seeing it. You're focused on the rose there. There are other people in your environment that are acting as mirrors and telling you what's going on. Okay. So that's the main energy that I got for what's in and around you. You are missing something big. You're not looking at the reality of your situation. You're not alone because the eclipse caused a lot of fogging in that department. That's what they do to the collective. So I went to my Enchanted Love Tarot and I asked where the block was because I felt it was an emotional one when I did that. And I got the Eight of Shells reversed. Okay. There needs to be more awareness of the physical, mental, and emotional sacrifices that are involved in your life right now. This is a precarious time. It's infused with some doubt. They're showing me some pessimistic thoughts. There's an imbalance of sacrifice in your life. Okay. So, um, when it comes to any type of career or relationship or something that we put our energy into, that it requires sacrifice from both partners. So letting go and moving on is really scary. But if you're continually giving more than you're getting, you need to find a more worthy partner or cause regarding this. So don't be surprised if you find yourself over sacrificing, because I'm seeing that you're holding all the cups here, okay, and you're not really moving on when you should. All right, regarding this, if you choose to do that, you are going to make a fresh start. Okay, this is I love this card because it represents Ashwini. It's the first nakshatra in Vedic astrology. It's Aries. It's coming out as a human soul and figuring out how this world works. It's very Rajasic. You must start from where you are and examine your situation before taking a chance. So there are some major things, or a major thing that you're overlooking. You see the fool in this card, he's looking at the rose and he's hanging from a cliff, and the dog is warning him, pay attention, and he's already lost his knapsack. So there's a blind spot in your peripheral that you're missing. I know that Gerald gives blind spot readings. That's where I got that from. I think it's Hershey made up that term. It's fabulous. So check your blind spot is the main thing that I would say. Once you do that, I got the goddess of illumination. Learn from mistakes and grow wise and strong. Use this gift when you are angry with yourself or other people for having made what you consider to be a mistake. All expectations are unreasonable, especially the expectation that you can go through life without making mistakes or have to deal with the mistakes of others. Successful people know that mistakes are valuable learning experiences. So once you have this illumination, once you find out what you've been missing, do not be hard on yourself. We do this all the time. I'm always asking for blind spot readings from other readers because there's stuff I'm not seeing. Because I've got, as Marina calls, a dog in the game. I'm not really able to see my own situation. So what they're saying is if someone comes along and starts warning you about what's going on, pay attention. That's that little dog up there giving you a warning about, how to move forward with that. So and I keep getting warnings about taking care of myself first, but I live alone and I don't take care of anyone other than my dog. Okay, well, the dog's the one warning you then. Okay, that's the one in the picture. It's literally, and it kind of looks like it's like a little. This looks like Rosie, my dog too. She's my little fool's dog. She's a white wired hair terrier mix. So, pay attention to how your dog is acting in and around you. When I get the first house, it also represents our bodies, our health. And sometimes our pets are more in tune with that. I have a friend who has a particular illness, and her cat will let her know when she's about to have an episode. So pay attention to what your dog is trying to get across for you, okay? Because they're here to help us too. I hope that was helpful, Lightfoot, and send you lots of love.
So Lightfoot, I have the first card that I picked is the Chariot, which is the card of travel. So I find it interesting that you are. I think it's interesting that you're wanting to do a trip to a jewelry show. She is a diabetic. I have to give her shots every day. Okay. So, how will it go? I think what's really important for you, Lightfoot, is to consider why you're going. Are you going? Are you going to enjoy yourself? Are you looking for specific things? I would say it would be helpful for you to understand why you're going and what you're looking for and how much money you're willing to spend, because I have the Judgment card. Because this is going to require that if you are there, pay attention. Don't be buying something where you can't pay your rent or buy groceries or anything like that. If you approach it from I'm going to go in and I'm going to enjoy looking at the energy and all of these crystals, that could be really, really rewarding. Could be a lot of fun. So, and the last cards that I have are both wands. I have the Six of Wands, which is the card of victory, and then I have the Two of Wands. It's a card of inspiration and what is doubling your power. Oh my gosh. And then when I picked up those 2 cards, I accidentally picked up the 3rd card, which is the 3 of Wands, so we had the 2 and the 3 of Wands. So this is a card of your ship is going to come in. So consider why you're going. And if you're going just to have some fun, then know that that's why you're going. You may end up, there may be a detour and you have to take a different route. Enjoy the adventure, but know your time limits, know your limitations so that you're not overextending yourself. Make sure you get enough rest the day before and then afterwards, because sometimes those gym and jewelry shows, they can be exhausting energetically, especially for someone who is gifted, and because it can be very overwhelming. So that's what I have for you, Lightfoot. Please let us know if you go and how it went. So that's what I have.
Wonderful. Thank you, Lightfoot, for sharing your energy with us. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, then I'm glad that you're taking care of your sweet little dog. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting that the friend that I mentioned has diabetes, and that's what her cat is able to detect. So it's interesting that you're doing that for your
Oh, wow.
dog. So it's beautiful that you're doing that. Just make sure that you're not like Gerald said, you're practicing self-care, you're taking care of you. Because even though you live alone, it's important that that you take out that time.
Yeah.
Okay, and it sounds like you're a caretaker as well. So all right, send you lots of love, sweetie. Okay, so we have Janice next. So excited to read for you. Then we have Joyful Jen, and then Kath D, and then Catalina, and then we'll head into lightning round. Okay, so let me find your question, Janice. I know that you changed it, so let me try to find the changed
Just put it
question.
down at the bottom of the chat.
Perfect. Thank you, Gerald.
You're
How
welcome.
would a relationship between Haram and I be? Thank you. All right, you are welcome. Very transformational. Okay,
Wow.
so I will go into what my cards are saying. You're going to be working on a lot of things together if you get into a relationship with this person or if you're in one. So we have a few questions left, okay, Arcana, before we get to lightning round. And then we have a big list there. The first thing you're going to be working on is your communication together because I got the Mercury card. I asked in what areas or is she going to be working on her throat chakra. Now, Mercury represents both how we communicate and also how we intellectualize. Okay. I have this with my husband. We have our Mercuries are not compatible. Mine's very watery, his is very fiery. So, practicing active listening can really help you in this department. I've done it myself, it's wonderful. The second one I got is there might be some issues regarding communication about savings and real estate. Financial stuff. Okay. The fourth house is all about our cars, our homes. The second house is all about our savings, our food, our cash. So make sure that you are seeing eye to eye in these two areas in order to remain compatible in this department. Because when we move in with each other, that involves a lot of finances, a lot of shared resources, things like that. Make sure you're on the same page because I got that there's going to be some secrets, some transformations, some resurrections coming out of that area. You might learn some things about each other that may not be as compatible. Okay. Again, this just means that there's some transformation that needs to happen in this department in order for the relationship to work. You'll also be juggling a lot of change. Okay, this is a big maybe card. You're going to be coping with a constant change or busyness in this relationship. So it's important to stay very centered and flexible with each other and keep yourself informed. Like I mentioned about the active listening when it comes to those financial houses. So allow yourself to be whoever you want to be with, whoever you are with. So don't put on any false masks. Just be as real as you can with each other. If you feel like you're having to juggle more than you normally would, share the effort. Okay. Stay busy. You're going to have a variety of activities that you're going to be doing together. But yeah, you're going to be juggling a lot. So just be aware that you are on the same page as all of this energy is coming toward you. Okay. Maybe the language. Okay. All right. My English is not that perfect, but he speaks English perfectly. Okay. So there might be, that would be the the areas that you need to make sure that your communication and your needs are matching. Okay. So I went to my creativity oracle because that was a lot of mental energy. And I got willpower. Use your willpower to bravely overcome thoughts of compromise and defeat. So even though he might be a stronger communicator, this person might be a stronger communicator, you need to still speak your truth and be heard. Okay. Because it takes two people to form a relationship and to be on the same page. When you do that, I can see a lot of creative ideas evolving from this relationship. It says creative ideas evolve out of the invisible and profound nothingness of proverbial consciousness. So there's going to be a lot of evolution in this area. I noticed that you can see that there as a sun, there's an eclipse happening and there's Saturn involved. So this tells me there's a lot of evolution in this department. There is some passion there. So make sure you're keeping the passion alive. I got the passion card. It will take passion for you to push through your self-criticism and get to a place of confidence. So if you're feeling a little insecure about the language barrier or about your needs being met, know that passion will help you kind of overcome some of these obstacles that I see in the second and fourth house energies regarding your relationship. And if you don't feel like you're getting supported in that second or that fourth house, address the wound. Withheld support from the past can cause low self-esteem that cripples action. If you were stolen from or misused by an ex in a past relationship, don't allow that into this one, but use your willpower to set appropriate boundaries so that you don't put yourself in the situation again. Just take what you've learned from that situation, but don't focus on it. Don't use it to determine what's going on in this one. Use it to determine how you behave and interact in relationships because your wounds have something to tell you and to teach you. And then I got an affirmation card for you to carry into this. This is a mind card, which goes along with Mercury. This is the goddess of perseverance. I accomplish anything I put my mind to, including the new language, okay? Use this gift when you doubt your intelligence, your memory, or your ability to achieve your goals. Your situation is largely the result of how you blended your logical and intuitive faculties to direct your actions. So that's using your third eye and also using that beautiful intellect and communication. Several times a day, focus with relaxed concentration on the mental image of what you would like to see come into being. That tells me you can manifest right now. So you've got some obstacles regarding this relationship. Most of them are communicative and financial, but if you develop that beautiful willpower and you're able to kind of work through the wounds that come up as you go through a lot of the high energy balancing act that I see going on, you'll be successful. But know that it's not going to be perfect and it's going to take work on both of your parts, and make sure that you're not the only one doing it. Okay, Janice? I hope that was helpful, and I'm excited to see what Gerald has for you. Sending you lots of love. Thank you.
Janice, so take the relationship slow. This is the Seven of Pentacles. It does suggest that the seeds, if the seeds are planted, they need time to grow and for the roots to take hold. There is a beauty in waiting. Yeah, he's a wealthy person. There's a beauty in waiting, and you just don't have to just sit there. You can do things whilst the relationships develops. One of the concerns that I have is there may not be that immediate connection. This is the Five of Pentacles, which suggests you might feel a little bit like you're an outsider, perhaps because of the language. And you can articulate that and give them an opportunity to help you not, or to acknowledge the way you're feeling and to take steps that you don't feel excluded. Because it could be a huge change for both of you. But I do think overall, if you allow things to come in the right time, I have the Nine of Cups. This is the being satisfied with where you are and what you've done, emotionally gratifying. It's matched with the Three of Cups, which is a very lovely card. So I would encourage you to, excuse me, I would encourage you to have fun, to get to know each other. Have fun with with learning the language. Enjoy yourself, because you want to make sure that foundationally the two of you will work together, and that your energies will blend well. And that can be a lot of fun, Janice. Can be a lot of fun. So that's what I have for you, Janice. So thank you.
Thank you. And yeah, he's a wealthier person, so that would be the 2nd and the 4th house energy, Janice, because that's how we distribute our wealth. We put it into cars, we put it into homes, we put it into our savings account. So those are the areas where you might be undergoing some transformation and might have to seek out some collaboration there. Okay, because his understanding of money is a little different than yours. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And we all come into marriages like that. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you have to work it. You have to work it out. You get into the rhythm. You make mistakes. You learn. I mean, part of dating is figuring out how you're going to disagree. So long as the disagreement is worked out respectfully,
Yes.
that's great. Everybody has to be respected. So,
Yes.
and that's Tarot Stash approved. So
thank you, Gerald. We love that. Oh my goodness. We have 3 tippers left. We have Joyful Jen, and then we have Kathy D, and then we have Catalina. Okay. So, and then Gerald will have to go in a few minutes. So I will stay after for people who are still here for lightning round and pull a couple of cards for you. And then Janice says, thanks a lot to both of you. It makes a lot of sense. I'm going to take notes. Thank you. Oh, great. Yeah, replay's awesome. So thank you, Janice. Really appreciate you joining us. And we see you, Arcana. So just to let everybody know, we have 3 tippers left, and then we'll get into lightning round. There are 23 star total. Actually, we just did Janice, so we have a little left there. 20 star. Okay. So Joyful Journey, I see your sticker. I'm going to go ahead and look for your lovely question. Okay. I'm looking.
And everybody, thank you. Some people have commented that they've been listening to the readings because the messages that we're giving others are resonating with them. That is a beautiful thing to do, because a lot of times it's a message that makes sense for us, and we can take the energy that we need from that for ourselves.
Definitely.
Really
so
powerful.
Jen, if you're in the audience, if you can tell us what your question is, because Jonathan did not star it if you did. And all I have is your sticker. So if you can go ahead and do that, otherwise I'll put your sticker up and I'll just give you a general, because that's what my cards are giving me now anyway. Sounds like a plan. Okay. So I will look for your question if you come up in the chat. Okay, Jen? All right. So I got really good cards for you moving forward. And again, I'm getting full sentences from the guides because they know I need help today with this retrograde going on.
Nice.
I got Jupiter and Aquarius in the 11th house. I'm going to read it for you. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Learn or teach your vision for humanity's sake. Be positive about what's new and different about your hopes and wishes. Grow and expand. Use an unconventional way and do it for the future. And then those are your action cards. And then I got the granting of the genius to experiment with freedom, blessings from the discoveries of associations, and good fortune resulting from the eccentricity of your circle of friends. Lucky for you, I married a Jupiter in Aquarius in 11th house energy, and he is a tech genius. Okay, that's my husband. So you are stepping into the realm of tech. I don't know if you've been getting into AI or if you've been learning some new lovely modalities when it comes to, because the 11th house is ruled, the 11th house is a very tech driven house. It's ruled by Rahu in Vedic astrology. It's what causes innovation. Okay. And then I've got Aquarius, which is the most innovative eccentric card that you can get. And then Jupiter's just going to expand everything in that department. Okay. So if you're focusing on new creative endeavors regarding technology, they are fully supported by Spirit right now. Really good stuff. So here's some advice from your guides in moving forward with this this type of energy. The first card I got for you was the Hermit reversed. So get out. Okay, this is when it comes up upside down, this tells me that, spend some time in introversion and self-reflection and things like that. They're actually asking you to go out and seek wise counsel, seek networks, You may want to follow a particular teacher, maybe take some classes, work on a project that requires your total concentration, because they're showing me that Aquarian is all new stuff. This is not stuff that people have done before. This is new to humanity. Okay. So, don't take it too fast, because they're saying that it's moving so quickly that there might be a solution to the problems that you're running into within just a few weeks of you going through your training. Um, yeah, give yourself some time alone to carefully consider, situations and people before you act. But they're saying get out and form some connections, form some networks. Okay. When you do that, I got a really good card for you. You might be able to form some type of a business partnership. I got the Two of Cups. This is excellent. Okay. This is two hearts beating as one, two minds thinking as one. I call this my love light, my relationship light card. I love this card. This tells me that you're going to find someone who is willing to listen, share, and understand you in a way where you can create a successful project together. So it's coming to you soon, especially after you work through the you step into this very, very tech driven energy, and you work through some of the hermit energies that I'm seeing. Put yourself out there a little bit more. Your passion, your drive, your vision, it will be reciprocated by this person. There's going to be a lot of great conversations, and your timing is going to match up with this person when it comes to making important decisions. So you have someone who is going to partner with you moving forward, but you kind of have to get out of hermit mode to make that happen. I did pull an affirmation card for you, Jen, and I got the Goddess of Courage as you step out of yourself a little bit and show off your talents. I invent creative solutions to all challenges in my life. Use this gift when you are confronted with a situation that seems impossible to deal with. Sometimes it's better to study a problem until you understand it well, and then put it out of your mind for a while. Many scientists and mathematicians have reported that their inventions and creative solutions came to them in a dream or the reverie of a daydream. So, as you're intellectualizing all of these new, like Aquarian modalities, these very scientific, mathematical things that you're looking into, they're telling me tech related things, that your intuition is just as important as your intellect. My husband and I, even though we work in tech, we rely on this all the time, and it's gotten us out of a lot of stuff. Okay. Just to give you an example, we had a major client have an eclipse on their birthday last year, and their Saturn returns. So we prepared for that and we're okay. But it's like when you see stuff like that coming in partnerships and work environments and projects, things like that, just set yourself up to where you can be as professional and as aware and as how do I say this? Non-drama is possible, because that's what Aquarians are all about. We don't like the drama. We just move on from it and learn. Okay, so really great things coming for you in that realm. I'm excited to hear from you if you're in the audience, and I'm excited to see what Gerald has for you too.
All right, so Jen, get ready to take some action toward this goal. You've been working very nicely on figuring out how to say things, how to put your thought, word, and deed and match those up. Now's a good time to do that. We have the Ace of Swords, so try talking about something new. Be very curious about that. What is important is underneath this, it's the Nine of Cups. Whatever you are writing about or doing, make sure that you love it and that it makes you happy, because then it will be easier for you to communicate with it. So do that. There is an important thing, because as you're taking this action, it may be new for you. It could be exhausting. However, after you do that, take a little bit of a break, give your mind something else to do, get out of the overthink mode. I am an overthinker. I'm an overprocessor. So instead, take a nap. Literally take a nap, or to do a Sudoku or a crossword puzzle, seek and find, something like that, just to get your brain to think differently. because good things are coming to you. The energy that you're putting out there, it's maturing, and you're going to have some opportunities to do some more things with it. So we start with a knight, which is taking action. We end with the king, which is an maturity and an understanding from a long range view. So I love that for you, Jen. I hope that helps you, and I'd love to hear what you think. That's really powerful, really, really powerful. So
I completely agree. All right.
mhm.
So we're sending you lots of love, Jen. And if you're here, please let us know if anything resonated. So we have Kath D next. I'm not seeing a question, just a sticker for you, Kath D. So if there's anything particular that you would like us to answer, go ahead. My guys are pointing me toward matters of the heart. So, but if there's anything you want me to add to that, please let me know, and I will include that in your reading. Okay. Okay, Kath D. So let me go ahead. Oh, any insights on my relationship with Steve would be appreciated. Okay, good. I'm glad my guides pointed me in the right direction. Great. I got a lot of really good cards for you in dealing with the relationship with Steve. So, okay. I love it when you do that, Gerald. Okay. It's the little things, you guys. It's the little
Hey,
things and the
there
big
you go.
things. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I got Venus for you. So this tells me this was a relationship question. When I get generals, I always go to my karmas, because my karma cards, because they'll point me in the right direction for which decks to use. So I definitely got that this is a matter of the heart for you. You're very invested emotionally in this person. Okay. This is where I see a little bit of a block in the relationship that you can work through. Okay. Kathy, I got the 6 of Gems reversed. Okay. It may seem like the generosity that you have shown may not be reciprocated. Okay. There can be a conflict in your value systems together as a couple. So you might not be able to meet each other's expectations or financial needs right now. So the other person might be unable to share. Okay. And you may not receive what you're asking for, because they're saying that a lack of sensitivity can hurt your feelings regarding this area. Um, this person might have a little bit of jealousy because they have some unfulfilled dreams. All right. There's also a repayment of debt that could be delayed that they're showing me. Um, and if you feel like that this person is being too needy, you need to set some boundaries, especially if they're causing some annoyance in this area. So I asked what kind of energy needs to come into the relationship to make it work. And I got a really strong court card. Okay. I got the King of Wings. This is the professional. So this is a person who obeys the laws, both natural and man-made. They're very diplomatic. They use their common sense. They don't react. They use logic when it comes to solving problems. So it's not coming from a place of feeling, but rather a place of rational logic that's going to help you through this. Okay. Um, if you feel you or your partner becoming overly emotional, stay assertive, stay focused, and try to control your emotions with logic and a more mental way of looking at the issue. Okay. Um, if your issues are handled on a very cool and assertive manner, they're going to be resolved. But if they are coming from a very reactive, aggressive, or fear-based manner, it's going to cause some blocks. That's why I got that 6 of Cups reversed energy. Okay. So a quick mind, maturity, an air of authority. They're very attractive features. They can help the relationship out. Um, you might have to teach each other as you go through this as well, because in order to stay focused, we kind of need to be mirrors for each other as we go through this more mental way of thinking and being. Once you set a more head-based approach to your relationship and a less more emotional or reactive-based approach to it. Oh, he's a Libra. Okay, so there needs to be some mental balance. That's what I'm getting. And if he is a Western Libra, he's getting hit with eclipses right now, which can cause some issues in the finance department, which can also upend some things emotionally as well. Okay. This is who I see you in the situation. I got a beautiful Queen of Earth. thoughtful, creative, warm, and sensible. Make time for those around you. Take a sensible approach. Deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. Now, the Queen of Pentacles views her finances in a very logical way. She's also very generous. So it's important for you to use your head and not your heart in being generous in your relationship. And that will form a more positive aura around the two of you as a couple, okay? I did get 2 affirmation cards that you can bring with you. I got the Goddess of Perseverance. I accomplish anything I put my mind to, not your heart, your mind. This needs to be a very mental process. Use this gift when you doubt your intelligence, your memory, or your ability to achieve your goals. Your situation is largely the result of how you blended your logical and intuitive faculties to direct your actions. Several times a day, focused with relaxed concentration on the mental image of what you would like to see come into being. A lot of mental cards for you. Okay. Then I got the Goddess of Illumination. I learn from my mistakes and I grow wise and strong. Use this gift when you are angry with yourself or other people for having considered what you make a mistake. I got both of these cards again, guys. And these are 3 decks that come with this.
Yeah.
So all expectations are unreasonable, especially the expectation that you can go through life without making mistakes or having to deal with the mistakes of others. Successful people know that the mistakes are valuable learning experiences. He's a Libra. He's going to go through some stuff. Just be aware of that. I have friends in Sidereal Virgo and Western Libra right now that I'm giving space because it's a lot. It's a lot of energy. I don't know. I had an eclipse on my birthday in 2018 and I took some space out too. So just taking on that Queen of Pentacles energy and setting some clear mental boundaries, I think moving forward is the best insight I can give you as a couple. And I'm wishing you all the best. Okay, Kathy D. And you and Steve. Take care, honey.
Oops, sorry.
That cowbell.
Yeah, anyhow. So, Kathy, your relationship with Steve, you are, this is the second time I've gotten the Knight of Swords. You're wanting to definitely take some action, and you're wanting things to move. This is a sword, so it is about thoughts and it's mental things. So whether or not he is ready or you're ready, I'm not sure. You just have to make sure that you're both you're both either on the same horse going in the same direction, or your horses are going in the same direction. That's a really important part. I am also wondering if one of you may be planning and doing some of that, doing some of the, here's what we're going to do here and that. And one of you is actually going, okay, back up a little bit, slow down. This is a little fast. So, because we see that the 7 of Wands, both of these are energies. So it's important for you to honor and to know where you are with those. These two can work so long as there's communication, because Michelle had a lot of mind cards and communication cards. I got the Moon. One of you is very intuitive and the other overthinks things to, until they can't exist anymore. So hard choices. So when it comes time to decision making, Kathy, I'm curious if one of you is really intuitive and you just go with your gut, and the other one really has to analyze it, creates a spreadsheet in order to be able to understand the grocery list. And the other thing that I have is I have, if you stick to it and both of you are on the same page, it could be a very transformational card in the sense of it can take you away from the old habits. It can help you you're the intuitive and he's the overthinker. And Kath, there's a beauty in that so long as you understand that and they're both respected. They both bring something into the relationship, because when you can do that, that actually helps evolve and to move you through a lot of things. My spouse and I are a similar way. We have a code where, he'll look at me and it's like, could you overthink this a little bit more? And my response is, yes, give me a few more minutes and I'll be done. So, um, so what will happen is you'll be able to have a a way a relationship works for the two of you. It doesn't need to make sense to other people. It's going to work for you, and that's what's important. People don't have to understand what's going on. You two have to. So, but so that's what I have for you. So thanks,
Beautifully
Kat.
said. Thank you.
Yeah.
And that said, it is 6:20.
Yep.
And
I gotta
so
go.
Gerald's got to go. So do you have anything coming up, Gerald, that you would like to advertise?
I have well, like and subscribe to the channel. I've got some shows, two shows on Friday that I'm involved with. I have a show on Sunday with Colleen the Cool Crone where we are talking about the Sabbath of Beltane.
Ooh,
So that will be a really great show. So all right. So thanks, Michelle.
you're
Thanks,
so welcome.
Jonathan. Take
Yes.
care.
All
All
right.
right.
And yeah, you have my email. So anything you want to plan, I'm here.
All right. Bye.
All right. Bye, Gerald. Thank you. Aw.
Where's that going?
Okay, so thank you all for sticking around. I really appreciate it. Oh, and you're so welcome, Kathy. Great advice. I'm more in my emotions. He's more in my logic. You know what I was going to say is, I'm an INFJ, and my husband is an ISTJ, and so where I'm more feeling, he's more thinking, and so active listening tends to work with us because especially if I get like a hunch or something's going on, like I've got a lot of water in my chart. He doesn't have any. And so I feel something emotionally and it's really strong. I'll go to my cards and like, get some ideas of what's going on and bring that up to him. And he'll come up with a very practical, logical way of dealing with it. And we'll find a middle ground. So maybe look into the Myers-Briggs and how you guys can look at each other as a couple from that lens to kind of help you move forward as well. Okay. Oh, good to see you, Heather. Oh, it's so wonderful. Shan is a Pisces. He doesn't like change and holds his emotions to himself. Yeah. I tend to I have some in my Navamsha chart. I've got a Ketu Mercury in Pisces, and then I've got a very strong Scorpio and Cancer placements in my chart. So I've got a lot of water. So I can relate to Shan. So okay, good to see you, Leah. Welcome, welcome. Marie, welcome. So just letting everybody know that questions are closed. Gerald had to go because we've been here for 2 hours and 21 minutes. So I'm going to try to get to our last two tippers and then a few people in lightning round if you're still here. Okay, so just to let everybody know, we have Catalina and then we have Connie B, and then we're going to go into lightning round and we have 17. Okay, look, we got Kathy. Okay, I'm just getting rid of questions we already answered so I can give you guys a good number. Okay, it looks like we have 14 starred. Okay, so let me get to our next tipper. That's Catalina. Thank you for being so patient, guys. We really appreciate that very much. Let me find your question, Catalina. Okay, I'm not seeing it starred by, oh, where it is. Okay. Hello, I hope the day is treating you both well. Thank you, Catalina. May I get a reading? Okay, so Gerald's not here, but I will give you an extended reading. Okay, Catalina? Okay, so the first card that I got for you was Virgo. Virgos are the bureaucrats of the zodiac. They rule the sixth house. The sixth house is our health. It's our daily routine. If you had a flock of sheep, the Virgos would be the one installing the fence and the guard dogs. Okay, so this tells me that there's something in your life that you need to guard, that you need to set some boundaries in regarding your daily routines, etc. I asked for a clarifier. I got the Three of Wands reversed. So there's a wonderful opportunity that may be missed or squandered. So there's something that's not being valued properly or overlooked entirely in your life right now. It's something good. All right. So just try to pay attention to something that you may have missed, or you might have to pay the consequences later. Okay. So broadening your knowledge about the world and its people can help you avoid any missteps. They're saying don't be passive, seize the day. and resolution may not come soon or easily, but don't waste time with people who don't take responsibility for their own actions, and don't be one is the main thing that they're showing me, because when I get Virgo, it's all about protecting those beautiful boundaries, and I got this and they're not being protected. Okay. So I asked for some more clarifiers, and I got the Two of Fire. Okay. This is another Wands card. You've come into your own, new partnerships or contracts continue to move forward. So when you come through this, this realization that things aren't going the way that you would like them to, take a step back. And again, there are 3 wands here. There are 2 here. So one of the wands needs to be removed in order for things to be successful in your life. Okay, Catalina, there's something there that's not working. All right. So I am a sidereal Capricorn Sun, Taurus ascendant. Okay, so you just came through. You're still in Sadhisati, but you just went through intense Sadhisati a couple of years ago. I'm in intense Sadhisati right now. So Saturn put you through a lot of tests, and you're kind of coming out on the other side there. Let's see. You have a Taurus ascendant. That's the same as me. So Shani is in your 10th house of career. And what that does is it's going to cause a lot of transformation, blocks, obstacles, and tests in that area with the sidereal Taurians. But know that he's also there to help you. Okay. He's one of the Karnas that is going to, he's your yoga Karna. So he's going to help you, yoga Kraka. So he's going to help you very, very, very slowly be successful in the area of career. But he puts a lot of obstacles in place to test you there. Okay, so that transit through your 10th house is going to cause some edits in your life. Okay, Catalina. So then I went to, I asked another question. I said, I went to my my angel tarot, my angel tarot. It's got angels and fairies and various beings in them. And I got the 4 of air. This is another missed opportunity card. So you're overlooking something that's right there. You see how there's this big, beautiful cup, and she's looking at the 3 over here. You're missing out on something. There's something that you need to look into. Discontentment or boredom. Open your eyes to all of the different possibilities available right now. I have a couple possible really good opportunities for work. Well, there you go. So that might be something that you need to do some more research in and look into. So I pulled another card for that. Okay, Catalina. Oh, thank you, Connie. And I got the Knight of Air. This is what's going to help you seize the day. This is intelligence. This is decisiveness. This is, he's a very idealistic knight, and he's tireless. He goes for it, but he's very mental. So this decision needs to be made from your head and not your heart. Do not allow your emotions in on making this decision. It's events that occur with great speed. Take time to carefully review your options to creative solutions. So now's not the right time to choose, because Mercury is literally going direct right now and will start moving forward tomorrow. So give it a few days. We also just had the eclipses, and some planets are going to be crossing over those eclipse points, which can cause drama. So just be aware of your mental environment, and come from a very logical headset when taking on this new opportunity that I'm seeing, because it's excellent. Okay, I did pick a couple of affirmation cards for you, and I'm getting the same types of cards that I pulled for other people in the audience. So like I say, if I pull these more than once, it's for everybody here. The first one I got was the Goddess of Courage. This is what you can step into with the new opportunity regarding work. I invent creative solutions to all challenges in my life. Use this gift when you are confronted with a situation that seems impossible to deal with. Sometimes it's better to study a problem until you understand it well and put it out of your mind for a while. Many scientists and mathematicians have reported that their inventions and creative solutions came to them from a dream or the reverie of a daydream. So allow the mind to rest before taking action, and have courage when you begin to move forward regarding the career. Then I got Goddess of Illumination. I learn from mistakes and grow wise and strong. Know that when we step into anything new or interesting, we are going to hit a few roadblocks. That's what Shani does. That's what Saturn does. It's to help us evolve. Use this gift when you are angry with yourself or other people for having made what you consider to be a mistake. All expectations are unreasonable, especially the expectation that you can go through life without having made mistakes or dealing with the mistakes of others. Successful people know that mistakes are valuable learning experiences. So what this also tells me is, don't react. Logic your way out of it. Don't come from a place of, okay, when it comes to the workplace, and your ideas will be taken much more seriously. And I'm not saying not to value your intuition. It's beautiful, but they're asking you to lean a little bit more on the intellect this time. All right, because that's going to help you be taken a little bit more seriously, even if you have to logically get your intuitive hits across. Okay. Okay, I hope that was helpful, Catalina. And I'm excited for your new job. I hope you come back and tell me how it's going. And I love a picture of you. You're very beautiful, very Venusian energy. I'm also my ascendant's in Taurus too. So, and white is our power color. So I love that you're wearing white in that photo. Okay, so our last tipper is the lovely Connie B. And thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate that very much. Let me find your question. Okay, and thank you all for being very patient as we go through here. Okay, Connie B, I'm seeing that you said that you would tip, but I'm not seeing your question. So while you put your question in, I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards. Oh, you're so welcome, honey. And you're welcome, Catalina. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate your energy. Very Venusian. Yeah, you and I have that in common. I can see it. Okay, so go ahead and ask your question, Miss Connie. I'm excited to read for you. Ooh, my karma cards are giving me threes again. Thank you, spirits. They're making it easy on me. Okay. Ooh, communication and relationships. Okay. I do have an Instagram. Everything I do is basically astrological tarot. So, and it's astrologicaltarot.com. So I'm astrological tarot pretty much everywhere except for Pinterest. I think there I'm spirit messages. So, okay. But yeah, I'm on everything as that. So, oh, thank you. Yeah, I love big turquoise necklaces. So I used to work as a jeweler. So thank you, Catalina. I made a lot of my jewelry. So okay. Just getting some good cards for you. Okay. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, Heather. Yeah, I think I'm soul message. If you guys just go to astrologicaltarot.com, on the last page, I have all of my social media there, and you can just click on any of the icons and you can follow me based on whatever platform you prefer. So you have turquoise collections? I do too. It's one of my favorite stones. I'm working a lot with my throat chakra, and so I wear a lot of turquoise, as you can tell. And I also inherited a lot of turquoise from a friend that my husband and I took care of. She left me her jewelry. So, okay. Just putting that in there. Let's see. Okay, you got a couple of kings here. That's interesting. Well, let's see. You guys want me to know about that? Okay. Both reversed. So I'm going to need some clarifiers, guys. What do we got for her? And thank you for your patience, guys, because it's just me. I usually pull cards while my guest reader is going, so makes the show go a little quicker. But oh, that's clear. Ooh, you got some boundaries to protect. Okay. Interesting. Oh, wow. Yeah, this deck really likes you. Okay. Got it. Okay, let's see if I can get an affirmation, a different one for you. We'll see. Nothing there. Anything, guys? There we go. Oh, yay, it's a new one. Okay. I was thinking I was going to pick the same cards again. All right. So, Miss Connie B, do you see my question? Oh, can you put your question in again, Connie B? I can't see it because I'm not on Gerald's channel. You might have to pop over to my channel to ask your question. That might be why I'm not seeing it because, yeah, if you come over to Astrological Tarot and ask it, that would be great. All right. Oh, and that's awesome that you're knitting. I love that, Kaylee. That's Saraswati Yoga in action. Okay, so while I'm waiting for your clarifier, okay, Miss Connie, I do these lives on a regular basis, Kathy. Every single week, Wednesday, I'm here at 4 o'clock Pacific. So, and I tend to be here for a couple of hours. I'm going over a little bit today, so I can get to most of your questions. So, thank you. Okay, Amelda, let me check to see if your question is here. Let me look. And thank you all for being patient. I do go in order. Imelda, I do have your question. Okay. I have, so just to let everybody know, I have for lightning round, I have Fogo Pogo, and then I have Marie Nautni, then I have Hypnicity, and then I have Stars, and then I have Cat Mama Meows Dewdrop In, and then Jessica Lynn, and then Imelda, and then Xmika, and then Yasmin Bodaniani, Arcana Rao, and then Pooja Gupta. Okay. So, and I know that you guys are here, so I'll call you when I start, but I'm just going to go ahead and do the lovely last chatter here. See if she can pop over. Oh, I'm glad you guys are still here. That's awesome. I had to skip out on 13 people yesterday. Not yesterday, last week, because I didn't stay. It was a bummer. So I really appreciate you guys sticking around. Okay, I'm not seeing the questions still for Miss Connie. So I'm going to go ahead and answer your question, Connie, so that we can move forward. The first card I got was the seventh of I got the seventh house. Okay. So what this tells me is that there's some relationship stuff that your guides are having you work through. The reason I say that is then I got the south node and then I got Mercury. So they're going to go ahead and give me the sentences again. Yay. Thank you. So I'm going to give you some actions. Okay. Remember to communicate diplomatically. Reconsider or analyze your relationships. Now is not the time to let your mind tell you how to get a fair deal. Okay. And then I got there will not be an awareness of balance. There's anxiety about or many thoughts in and about cooperation. And there's trouble, too many words, and regarding your partners. So there's some miscommunications regarding your relationships, and it's causing some issues in this area. Now, Mercury is really going through it in 2024. So this is good advice for all of us. Oh, you did put a question in. Let's see, Mary. I'll see if you're here. Yeah, Mary, I don't see your question. That I didn't see it come in a few hours ago. Okay, we've been here for about 2 hours and 30 minutes. If you put in just a very simple question, I'll try to honor that. Okay, sweetie. I'm sorry if we missed that, Mary. Okay, so Connie, okay, that's truth. Awesome. I'm glad I'm on the right track here. So this is your way through this communicative block that I see. This is the main thing. I got that the King of Wings was upside down. Okay, so educational and philosophical knowledge are important, but there are some idle thoughts and daydreams that are leading to creative solutions that might be undervalued at this time. So if you're going through some issues in the relationship department regarding, or even a failed business venture, they're showing me there's just a lot of argument going on. Your judgment and your partner's judgment may not be felt or valued or praised right now. Okay. There's a struggle with an important decision that you can't really resolve right now. And it's because one or both of you might be a little too overly critical or arrogant about what you deserve. There's a little bit of a tontine going on. Okay. So you're both might be living a little too much in your head, and you're neglecting your health, your physical needs, and what's best for moving forward. So you might be overthinking a lot of things. That's not uncommon given the poor Mercury right now. So this is not just you guys. A lot of us are kind of dealing with this upended kind of energy, because then I got the King of Roses reversed. So your overthinking is leading to overacting, or maybe saying or doing things that you'll regret later. Okay. So they're saying to beware of a tendency to give up power because it's spiritual or because of what the other person wants, because it's not healthy. Okay. So you both need to be able to give wholly to the relationship, even if there's a clash of attitudes regarding, it can be anything from politics to sports to entertainment to technology. There's a lot of things that you could be disagreeing on, but it's causing problems in your relationship. So you're overthinking and you're overdoing things. It's just a lot of over stuff. Okay, Connie. So just try to rest and try to, like, they're like, these are two kings that are upside down. One of you is overacting, one of you is overthinking, and you could be doing that with each other, because I got a lot of energy going in both directions there. We've all kind of been in those situations before. So I pulled some cards to kind of help you through this energy. I got the Nine of Fire. You need to set some boundaries with each other. This is my Wounded Warrior card. So don't give up. Protect what you've created, have courage, and just believe in yourself and see that she's standing there and there's a beautiful dragon guarding her treasure in the way forward. So it's important that you set appropriate boundaries with each other and your wants and your needs and try not to overpower each other as the anxiety starts to creep in. Okay. When you do that, I got the Ace of Air. This is brilliant new ideas and inspirations. You're going to see the truth of your situation. It's not going to be a he said, they said, trying to figure out, which one's better. You're going to be able to take a step back and try to find more balance if you're able to do that. But there will be a challenging beginning to this because the Ace of Air is the same as the Ace of Swords. It's an extremely mental card. It's basically asking you to use your mental, intellectual way of understanding the world over your more emotional understanding. Once you do that, you're going to be able to take better action. I got the Page of Fire. Now, again, this isn't the King of Roses or the King of Fire, so you're going to have to kind of start a little bit lower down the totem pole when it comes to taking action after going through this transformation that I see in this department. This is a very outgoing, creative, confident, mischievous, young, fiery energy, okay? It's kind of a starting over card, in my opinion, when it comes to taking action. News of an exciting new endeavor. Use your originality and ingenuity. We're moving into sidereal spring. And so what this tells me is that there might be some new projects, some new ideas, some new ingenious things that come out of this once you guys are able to kind of find that balance. The Knight of Swords needs to put his sword down. The Knight of Wands needs to put his wand down. And you just need to come to the table and find some type of compromise. And once you do that and you lessen the fire a little bit and you respect the logic, things are going to work out. But there needs to be some reallocation of that mental passion that I'm seeing. Okay. Okay. And you're saying, I will do that. That's awesome. I love that. Thank you, Connie. Oh, and thank you so much, Heather. I really appreciate you too. Yes, they can be draining, but I actually love being here. Okay. So in Delphi, questions are closed. I'm just letting you know because I've been here for almost 3 hours. Okay. All right. My boss is going against me at school. I want to transfer. Well, that would be the conflict that I see. So the boss would be the one of the kings. Okay, so put down your sword or your wand and try to come to a compromise. Otherwise, move on to a new position. It might not pay as much, but you're going to be a lot happier there for entertainment purposes only. I got that Page of Fire. If you have to go work for another department when you're like demoted a little bit, you might like that a little bit more because the Page of Fire doesn't make as much as the King of Fire, but it doesn't have to deal with a reverse King of Swords energy, which is like overbearing. Okay. All right. Hope that was helpful. And you are so, so welcome. Okay. It's lightning round, folks. Woohoo. Okay. So I know Kaylee's still here. So I'm going to do you first, Kaylee. And then we have Marie, we have Hypnicity, we have Stars, we have Cat Mama, we have Jessica, we have Imelda, we have Zamika, we have Jasmine, we have Arkanemrao, and we have Pooja. So I'm going to do Kaylee first. I get that. I will lose 5K in stipends. It's all good. My novel is coming out next month. Excellent. Here's the thing about the novel. Make sure you go through a publisher or an agency that does not openly advertise or do any of their manufacturing in China. I'm just speaking for entertainment purposes only. I'm part of a lot of authors groups, tarot card direct groups, astrology book groups, etc. I actually have a book that I'm trying to publish, and I cannot really find a publisher right now that can guarantee me that China isn't going to reprint it and sell it on Temu. So do your research before choosing a publisher. Okay, that's my main advice. Okay. Okay, you're doing Amazon. Amazon's getting their butt kicked by Temu. And their last quarterly report, they showed 2.6 billion in losses. So be aware or beware. Okay, so protect your stuff because our government really needs to get a handle on this. I think all of the governments need to because they're destroying retail. Okay. So Miss Kaylee. Oh, you're doing shadow work. Okay. I'll pull an extra card for that. What department are you doing shadow work in? I know that you're in Rahu Mahadasha, which is the definition of shadow work. So, oh, career. Got it. Okay. So, thank you for being patient with me, guys, as I just pull a couple of cards for lightning round. Okay, guys, give me one, not the whole deck. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. So let me find your question, Kaylee. There you are. Okay. And to Miss Kaylee. Oh, I did it backwards. Oh, I was so excited. Happy birthday. I still don't have that fan's warp down. I will eventually get it. And for anyone that Kaylee made this fan, she is an incredible artist. She has Saraswati yoga in her heart. And she even included Kali for me. I love Kali. So happy birthday, Kaylee. I'm so excited for you. I know you're end of April. So they have you working through some shadow work. I pulled some more cards for you because it's your birthday and I love you. Okay. So I got shadow from my Art of Affirmations deck. I bravely face my shadow self. Encounters with our ever-present shadow side can cause anxiety and self-doubt, weaken our resolve, and poison relationships with suspicion. The problem is not that we are bad, but we think we are. You are in Rahu Mahadasha, so you are literally doing shadow work, and the eclipses affect you more, especially the last solar eclipse. So just be aware of that. The second card, two cards I got for the area where you're going through a lot of change is I got Capricorn, which rules the 10th house. Okay. So this is a very Saturnian energy. It's how you shine in the world. It's also your career in general. So I asked, what is going on in this area that she needs to focus on? I got the Four of Water. You could be missing out on an opportunity. You see this big, beautiful cup right here? It's being offered to you. You're looking over here. You need to shift your focus a little bit. So missing an opportunity, discontentment, or boredom, you open your eyes to the possibilities. So there might be some type of opportunity that's presenting itself to you regarding your career. Just be open and ready for that. Okay, Kaylee? And let's see if you said anything. Yay, birthday Saturday. I'm so excited for you. That's awesome. So, and yep, everyone's wishing you a happy birthday. I love that. That's fantastic. Okay. So yeah, don't pass up any work opportunities. They're there for you. Know that you are going through some shadow work in that department. So there might be some things, psychological things that you're going to have to break through a little bit, but you've got this. You know, you're brilliant and you've got a lot you've got a lot of gifts. You got a lot to bring to the collective. I mean, I don't find rare yogas like the ones I found in your chart and anybody's chart. That tells me you've had a lot of past lives where you were an intellectual and intuitive warrior. So I'm excited for how things are going to start panning out for you. Yeah, work has been feeling weird the past few weeks. Okay, well, just know that there is another opportunity coming for you, and don't pass that up. Okay, Kaylee, I'm kind of excited to see how that pans out. Okay, so our next question is Marie. Is Marie here? I'm going to go ahead and look for you. Not Mary, Marie. Oh, yes, you are. Excellent. Okay, Marie. Would love a future prediction card. Need some hope to get me through. Well, I can see why you would need hope. Okay, I'll go ahead and pull an affirmations card for you then. Something to kind of help you through the energies that I'm seeing. Okay, well, I got where the block was. Okay, Marie, the spirit was very, very, yeah. I got Saturn, and he blocks. He causes obstacles. He's helping you in this area because he's our karmic teacher. So he gives us karmic lessons so that we learn and we do better next time. Yay! They're not fun when we're going through them, but they are the best for you. Okay. I asked where the blocks were. I got the 6th house of service, health, your daily routine, how you serve others. I mean, this is also the house of self-employment. So working for yourself, being a contractor. And then I got the 9th house of travel, expanding your mind, a guru. So these are blocked areas, and that's going to cause some anxiety because we don't like it when those houses are blocked. So I asked for a couple of hope cards to get you through. And I got the endure card. See the ship in the storm? I can weather any storm. The challenges of our life and time can seem overwhelming, but looking back on what our ancestors endured and what we ourselves have lived through, we can see our capacity for endurance is boundless. I'll try to take care of that troll. Don't follow them into another room. Okay, guys? And that's for my Facebook people. So what this tells me is you are going through it. There is light on the other side of this tunnel. Okay. But you're asked to endure this right now because it seems to be a little karmic because Saturn's involved. Once you do that and you go with the flow, all things have their time of birth, growth, fullness, and transformation. Fear of life's cycles can cause depression and escapist behaviors. Be aware of your own cycles and what causes you to react unconsciously. So, what this tells me is you really need to ground yourself as you're enduring this. I know it's hard to stay grounded during storms, but if you go with the flow and you become a waterfall, you become the water itself, it's easier to get through it. So, pay attention to your subconscious, come from a place of logic before making a really big decision, because this tells me that you might be a little reactive right now. Okay, Marie? I hope that was helpful. I'm sending you lots of love as you go through this. And yeah, know that the storm will pass, and your guides are literally saying, go with the flow, breathe, you can do this. Okay, especially when it comes to the areas of service expansion. The ninth house is also the father, the guru, things like that. So whenever I see a blocked house like that, what that tells me is that you're going through some stuff, and there is light on the other side of that tunnel. Okay, hope that was helpful, sweetie. Okay, so our next question is hypnicity. I'm going to see if you're here, Miss Hypnicity, my fellow Washingtonian friend. I'm not seeing hypnicity. If you're here, go ahead and check in. Stars. I'm going to look to see if you're here, stars. Okay, stars, are you here? I'm not seeing stars, so I'm going to go. If you're here, stars, go ahead and say hi. And I think I did see Cat Mama. Yes, Cat Mama wished Kaylee a happy birthday. Okay. You're welcome, Marie. I hope that was helpful, sweetie. Okay, Cat Mama. Let's see what your question is here. Love a message from my guides. Okay. Whew. All right. So I'm going to ask my karma cards what area they're talking about here so I can give you some more specific, very clear. Okay. You need to put yourself first, Cat Mama. There's some stuff that you need to kind of work through that involves you as a person. This is the ascendant. This is the body. This is how you shine in the world. Imagine yourself on stage and no one else is there. How do you shine? What do you look like? Okay. So who you are, your desires, your actions. This is you as a person. They want you to focus more on you, yourself, or you. Okay. So I got 2 affirmation cards for you. I got the Goddess of Illumination. I can be flexible and adapt to the challenges of the now age. Use this gift when information overload, constant change, and other aspects of a rapid pace of modern life threaten to overwhelm you. A lot of us are going through this in our careers right now, and it's causing our bodies to suffer. So make sure that you're taking care of yourself if you're feeling overwhelmed with work. Modern conveniences have eliminated the cushion time of necessary to properly absorb and consider information and concepts. To achieve true knowledge and wisdom, you must take out time for quiet reflection. Okay. I'm tapping into your energy, and you are an extremely logical, mental, and insightful person. You are very logical. Okay. Now, I don't know what you do for a living, but they're showing me you're like a scientist, and you're like measuring things, and you're writing down numbers. And so what this tells me is regardless of what kind of job you have, if you treat this next step, try to find ways to decrease the mental and emotional overload at work. They're showing me that you're very logical. You understand systems really well. And that you are, you're practical in the way that you get things done. And if you apply that to other areas of your life, you will be successful in that. Okay. Approach this like you would from a scientific perspective, because they're showing me that. Okay. And then as you do that, know that you are on a journey. Every step of life's journey is an important adventure. I breathe in the pleasure of increased awareness that accompanies my travels. I am filled with infinite energy that animates my life and everything around me. And I breathe out the fear of newness. So this tells me that you're thinking about something new, but it's different because you're feeling a little burnt out physically, I'm getting, in the career. If you approach this with the same way you approach the way that you do things at work, you're going to see a way out of this. You're a Virgo and a biologist by profession. Okay, well, there you go. So if you approach this with that mindset, setting boundaries for yourself like you would during an experiment, the other stuff is going to get a little better for you. Now, if you're a Virgo, the sidereal Virgos are getting hit by the eclipses this year. So definitely take out time for more self-care. If you are a Western, I'm not sure if you're a Western Virgo or a sidereal. And is that your sun, I'm guessing? Well, the sun sign would actually make sense for the Virgo energy. They're saying to just stay with that energy and help you move through some of these blocks that I'm seeing. Okay, especially regarding how you're approaching your health, your desires, who you are as a person in the world, because it's taken a little more energy than it should out of you. Okay, so be more flexible. You've got this, and set those beautiful boundaries with yourself so that you don't wear yourself out. Okay, Cat Mama, I love that you're doing that. I have a best friend who's a biochemical engineer for a major university, and she's studying diabetes medications, and how sugars work with the phospholipid bilayer, and she's working at creating I guess some type of enzyme that keeps the cells happier for diabetics. I mean, the stuff that she does is just absolutely incredible. So if you take on that kind of mindset when it comes to dealing with your current situation, you're going to see a way out of it, because they're showing me you, and you're really smart. So, okay, you're a Western Virgo sign. So the eclipses are taking place in your second house of savings. So watch that area. Watch what you're eating and watch your speech, okay, during eclipse season, and that should help you a little bit. And then let's see, that would put Western Leo moon and rising. Oh, wow. Okay, so you have, okay. Oh, yeah, so the eclipses, that second house, I think, is the main area that you need to focus on. So, oh, and your mom had diabetes. Okay, so yeah, focusing on food. That's second house. Okay, focusing on what you're putting into your body, because I got that first house energy, paying attention to your health during this time, what you're eating. Make sure that it's nice and healthy and nutritious and is making you feel good. Eat what makes you feel good, not what just tastes good. Okay. All right. I hope that was helpful, Cat Mom. I'm sending you lots of love. That's great. I love that you're a biologist. One of my best friends does that. Okay, Jessica Lynn. Is Miss Jessica Lynn here? Marina's here. Hi, honey. Good to see you. I'm going to be on Marina's show next Tuesday, so I'm super excited to read with her again. She's a fabulous reader. So, and here's what she looks like, guys. So there's Marina. Everyone go like and subscribe to her channel. She's fantastic. We have the same moon, so, and I've seen her chart. She's super psychic. Oh, Jessica's here. Awesome. Okay, Jessica. May I have a card pulled for the month of May? Yes, you may. Okay. Thanks for sticking around, guys. Ooh, you're going to be doing some spiritual stuff. Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. All right. If you feel yourself a little fogged by spirit, look at where Neptune's in your chart. And I know Neptune, I believe, is still in Pisces, Western. I haven't looked recently. Let's see. Okay. So this is what I got for you, Jessica. I got Neptune in Pisces. I'm going to go ahead and read it from this. Inspire others with your dreams. Be prepared to sacrifice for your idealization of something. Yielding is the only way to be part of something and overwhelming. And then I got the idealization of spiritually, to ultimately experience the idealization of spirituality. Trusting your psychic knowledge of, oh, okay, there's confusion regarding trusting your psychic knowledge, and there's sacrifice resulting in indecision of or about. So your spiritual life is a little fogged right now. Guess what? Rahu's here in Vedic. He represents Neptune, the Neptunian energy that we see in Western. So you see that Neptune's eyes are a little clouded there. Make sure you're staying grounded and you're firmly here and present when you're doing your spiritual practices, because sometimes we can go floating off. Okay. So when you do that, I feel that you'll be able to better harness this energy, because I went to my affirmations and I got the process card. I invent creative solutions to every problem. When you're grounded in spirit and you're not allowing those Neptunian rose-colored glasses to cloud your view of spirit, you're going to be able to process your thoughts and your creativity a little better. Think of yourself as an inventor or an artist. Both confront the unknown with faith in your creative ability to guide you to truth and beauty. Make your life a work of art and your art a work of life. So you can invent a very creative solution to the problem that's being set before you. You're being a little fogged by spirit now. So if you do some grounding exercises, you'll be able to invent a creative solution to the problem that you're asking about. Okay, that's the main one that the guides are pointing out. Hope that was helpful, Jessica. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing your energy. I always appreciate seeing you. And I love your mandala. I think it's beautiful. Okay, Miss Imelda is next. Pisces is your 8th house in Western. Okay, so the 8th house is the house of death, rebirth, and transformation. It's also a house of major debt. It can cause chronic problems that we have to go over and over and over again until we figure out what the solution is. So that is one area. And if you have any planets there, they can provide some clues or some help as to what you need to focus on in that area. All right. Oh, good night, Kaylee. Good to see you, sweetie. Okay, so Imelda is here. Awesome. Okay, my last therapy session will be next week. I feel I have all the tools I need to keep me from regressing back into deep depression. I have to ask, will I be okay? Okay, so one, I'm glad that you are seeking therapy. Listen to your therapist, take any medications they recommend, and be very, very truthful for how they're making you feel and how you're reacting to them. I'm going to give you just affirmation cards because this is a depthy question. Okay. Lots of light, go with the flow, balanced cards. Okay, Imelda? I got the flow. Go with the flow. All things have their time of birth, growth, fullness, and transformation. Fear of life cycles can cause depression and escapist behavior. Be aware of your own cycles and what causes you to react unconsciously. So if you find yourself acting out impulsively due to fear or due to a trigger, stop yourself before acting and give yourself a little bit of a mental health check-in. Okay, because what that'll do is prevent you from making mistakes. That's what being in flow is all about. It's making sure that your spirit is in flow with the energy around you and you're not coming from a place of fear. I got the goddess of protection. I defend and protect myself and those I care for. So you are being asked to set boundaries. Use this gift when you feel that your best interests and the best interest of those you care about are being threatened. Stand up for what you know is right. There is no reason that you and those you care about should suffer due to the ignorance, poor decision-making, or malicious intents of anyone. Those who are wrong need to be shown their error. What this tells me is that your depression is not because of you. It's because of and again, for entertainment purposes only, it's your reaction to your environment. So if you can set some healthy boundaries with people who are trampling all over them, that's going to help out your depression a little bit. You know, sometimes I ask myself, am I depressed or am I just surrounded by bleep holes? Okay. So make sure you check your surroundings. Okay. Make sure that there aren't people there that are messing you up. Then I am focused. Focus and clarity come from a practice of being one-pointed in your attention. I breathe in the discipline to make strengthening my body, mind, and spirit an enjoyable daily ritual. I am filled with determination. I breathe out procrastination and distraction. Put up that shield, protect your boundaries, and if you need to draw your sword, do so and remain focused with your intent. Okay? That sword represents your mental faculties and how you're taking on the energy in and around your environment. And the last one I got for you is remain lighthearted. I try to see the humor in all things. Try not to take your situation too seriously because that can lead to depression as well, at least in my experience. A sense of humor is one of the most attractive and desirable traits in a partner or friend. It can heal you and empower you to endure life's challenges like no other force can. So keep your sense of humor and stay lighthearted as you're going with the flow and learning these unconscious realities that are coming out for you. Okay, so I'm sending you lots of love as you work through some of these psychological blocks. I've struggled with depression too. I went through it in my marriage and my last marriage and my divorce. And reaching out for help, doing what the experts tell you, and then maybe enacting a few of the affirmations can kind of help you move forward a little bit. Okay, Imelda? Okay, boundaries was the main topic. Okay, and you are so welcome. And Cat Mama's sending you lots of love too. Yeah, we all struggle with this as empaths because we can take on the energy of those in and around us. And that's why I got Goddess of Protection. You are absorbing negative energy in and around your environment, Imelda, and you need to set up appropriate boundaries for you and your loved ones because you pick up on their energy too to protect that environment for yourself. Okay, I'm sending you lots of love as you do that and you protect your heart. Okay. I'm so glad these channels are helping you. That's wonderful. We're here to help. So that's great. Thank you so much for the feedback. I greatly appreciate that. Okay. So, Ximika, are you here? You're going through your Saturn return. I'd love to give you a reading because these are difficult. Okay. Mine was fun. Yep. I figured out I was an empath during my Saturn return, Imelda. Okay. Oh, and Cat Mama is, yep, me too. And here comes, yep, there's Amika. Awesome. All right. So glad you stayed with us. I am a 28-year-old girl and my sign is Leo. Me too. Of course, I'm older than you. I would love to know whether or not I should return to my hometown. Okay, that would be the Saturn return calling you. Look where Saturn is in your chart before moving forward. Now I live in another city 7 hours away, and I have a feeling I have to go back, but I don't know if it's the right thing to do. Now you're going through something called Ashtama Shani. That is, Shani is 8 yeah, he is 8 signs away from your sun sign. I don't know where your ascendant is, but he's 8 signs away from your sun. So your ego is being tested right now, how you shine in the world. And you might want to go back home. I haven't seen your chart, but I'm going to pull a few cards to see what's going on there. Okay. And I love your avatar. It's super cute. Okay. Okay. That's clear. Let's see if I can get another card here. And lots of blessings to you as you go through this. If you're looking for remedies for Saturn return, I'm your girl. I have a very, very strong Saturn in my chart. So I'm used to dealing with that kind of energy. And I've been in Saturn Mahadasha since 2017. So boy, do I know the remedies. And there are lots of them. Okay. I'm putting a little bit of extra time into you. Okay, so the first card I got for you, Smika, is I got Capricorn. Capricorn is very logical. Saturn rules this sign. It is a very business-like, down-to-earth. Treat it with like you would a. Oh, your ascendant is in Pisces. Okay, so that's where Saturn is right now. Okay, that's the energy that I'm picking up on. So your ascendant is with Saturn. So you're used to Saturnian energy. You've been through a lot of blocks and obstacles and things like that. So Saturn, when he is in the ascendants, what that means is that he's putting a lot of restrictions regarding your health, how you operate in the world, your body, so to speak. Okay. But the main energy that I have that he seems to be working on in your chart, I haven't seen your chart outside of your chart with my cards, is I got the King of Roses. This is a very action-based card. This is the same as the King of Wands. The King of Wands is a doer. He takes action. He gets things done. He is very passionate when it comes to his practicality. So this is the kind of mindset that you need to take on. The King of Roses it's wands-based. It's passionate. Okay. This is what you need to avoid a little bit. Okay, this is the block that I see. You need to approach this from a very realistic perspective, because when I get the King of Gems upside down, this tells me that the finances might not be there. The passion is definitely there. Your heart is in this move. Like you're being emotionally directed there. And I'm getting that there's some generosity or some gems that are calling you there. Okay. And this tells me you're also a very generous person. Okay. So, but what I'm getting is that it's going to take some, you're going to have to rely on the charity of others to make it work, is kind of what I'm seeing here with the King of Gems reversed. This is an energy to kind of avoid. So what they're saying is definitely take a look at what is going on in your bank account, what's going on in your physical environment, in your material environment before making this passionate decision. Treat it like a business decision and you will make the best decision for yourself. But really evaluate where you're coming at monetarily before moving forward, because you want to be able to still be generous with yourself and others and not have your bank account run out. Okay. All right. Because I know that rents are crazy in some areas and not in others yet. So that's just something to consider. Okay, Smika, and thank you so much for joining us and bringing that to us. So yeah, I mean, you can move there, but make sure that the money's there. All right, for entertainment purposes only. That's the main energy that I get. Okay, and thank you for giving love to Imelda, Cat Mama. I love this community. You guys are so great. Yes, and Archangel Raphael is great with her anxiety and depression. He's fantastic, especially when it comes to love stuff. Oh, and I'm so glad that they helped you. That's wonderful. That's great. And yeah, come back. Let us know how you're doing. Okay. I mean, when it comes to Saturn returns, that's some rough energy. So definitely put yourself first. Okay. All right. So is Yasmin still here? Yasmin Bodiani. Is Arcana still here? And is Pooja still here? You guys are the last three. Okay. So I'll go ahead and put you guys. Pooja's here. Yay, Pooja. Okay. I'll do you next, Pooja, because you checked in first. You're thinking about real estate. That's definitely there. Let me see what kind of question. Okay, it's just a guides question. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, you're up there. Duh. Okay. Huh. Okay, Pooja. So I got some interesting cards for you. I got the fourth house. This is real estate. This is mother. This is also what makes you feel secure in your environment, your home environment. Okay. Family. There's a bit of a block there because I got the King of Roses reversed. So the actions that you're making and that this particular house is showing you they're not compatible right now. There's an ego problem. There's some spiritual pride either in you or another, and it's blocking this area. Okay. Beware of a tendency to give up power, Pooja, just because it's spiritual or if it's because what the other person wants. Stand your ground. It's not healthy to allow someone to roll over you in this department. So if someone's giving you advice right now and they seem to have everything going his or her way, they're not telling you the truth. They're actually in bad shape. That's what they're showing me. So this is someone who's pretending to be kind of an expert at something and they're covering a major problem. So if you're having a clash of attitudes with someone regarding a major area, especially the fourth house area, it's going to cause problems with you moving forward. That's the block. I'm going to pick a quick card to see if I can see a way out of this. Very clear. I got Goddess of Illumination. Okay. I'll do you next, Arcana. Thank you. So I learned from my mistakes and grow wise and strong. Use this gift when you are angry with yourself or other people for having made what you consider to be a mistake. I've pulled this card so many times, and this comes in 3 different decks, you guys. So this is clearly for the collective. All expectations are unreasonable, especially the expectation that you can go through life without making mistakes or having to deal with the mistakes of others. Successful people know that mistakes are valuable learning experiences. So if you feel that a mistake has been made, especially with this reverse King of Roses energy that I got regarding that fourth house of security, motherhood, things like that, just learn from it and try to move on the best you can. And yes, I've been keeping my boundaries up with people. That's great. That's good. That's good to have, especially around eclipse season and when the planetary energies are making us all a little ungrounded. Okay. Whew. All right. And my little dog just sneezed. So there you go. I'm gonna say hi, Rosie. There's Rosie. She's saying hi, everybody. Hello. Mommy loves you. Yeah. Okay. She's sending you all love. Puppy love. Okay. All right. So, Arcana, let me get to your question. Thank you for sticking around. I appreciate it. Will Srinivas Rao connect his feelings? He's staying in India. Okay. Well, I got that career is definitely a factor here because I got 10th house from my karma cards. So the feelings are based on stability and the house of career right now, to let you know what's going on. There's a lot of energy that needs to be dedicated toward responsibility, success, becoming a person of power and status right now. Okay. Type here. Okay. This card again. Yeah, I get that he's really, really focused on his career, and it is, whoa. It's really stress. There's a lot of stress involved here. Okay, let me just get this troll really quick on Facebook. 1 second, guys. I really appreciate it. Okay. All right. So I got the 10th house because that's what I see all of the energy moving toward. And then I got that there's a lack of generosity here. So if he is interested and the feelings are there, it's going to be delayed. Okay. I got that you're a very sensitive person and you're feeling a lack of sensitivity from this person. You're not feeling like your generosity is being rewarded. So and it's because this person has unfulfilled dreams regarding their career. Okay. This person is so focused on becoming a person of status that they do not have time to be generous with your feelings right now. I know that's a very hard thing to hear, but that's what the cards are saying. The main energy that I'm getting is that this is a very difficult transition that they're coming through. Okay. And it's ongoing. The worst is over because I did get the 10 of wings, but this is a definite no card. Okay. They're not in a phase in their life where they can reciprocate as much as you'd want them to. So if you feel like you're kind of going through a dark night of the soul or rejection from this person, and it's left you feeling completely drained, please reach out for help. Okay. Sharing your difficulties is going to strengthen your relationships moving forward, because this one right now isn't fully supported because of the career. Okay. If you feel like your hopes and dreams have been dashed, know that new ones will arise. And that if words can't comfort, especially in therapy, a wound this deep and devastating may require the next level of professional help, because this is my dark night of the soul card. This is the 10 of swords. So the worst is over. If you're feeling completely drained, know that there's hope in sight. But I did get a no because of the career piece. Okay. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, Arcana. I wish I could have better cards for you moving forward. Let me try to get something to encourage you a little bit, because rejection is never easy. But there are over 8 billion of us in the world, and there's that special person for you. Okay. And there's timing in this too. And this person is very focused on their career. So, okay. So I got the goddess of balance for you, Arcana. I am attractive because I feel good about myself and others. So if your self-esteem takes a bit of a hit over, this situation, this is something that you can tell yourself. Use this gift when you are unhappy with your appearance. Everyone needs to use this affirmation several times a day. Even classically beautiful people obsess of what they see as their physical shortcomings. A thoughtful, kind person who is genuinely interested in others is truly attractive. A sense of humor is more important than good looks. If you're feeling a little down about yourself, your attractiveness on all levels, one thing that I do, because I also struggle with this, is I create little Post-its and I put them on the mirror. So when I wake up in the morning and my hair's all disheveled and I'm not feeling really great, I look at the Post-its before I look at myself so that I'm not like down on myself first thing in the morning. Okay. So if you're struggling with a little bit of that, that's just one thing that I do. There are a lot of online resources and support as well. I get to get that 10 of swords. So I do recommend that you seek out someone that can really help you sort through your feelings. I've been through, really devastating breakups and abuse and things like that in the past. And professional therapy has really helped me through that. Because rejection's never easy, especially when we've emotionally invested so much and you've been very generous with this person regarding your feelings. So as you take a step back, put yourself first and get that help that you need. Okay, Arcana? And I'm sending you lots of love as you go through that. All right. And you're so welcome, Cat Mama. I love Rosie. She's our little rescue. We got her just before COVID hit. So she's our baby. And I love dogs too, Mary. All right. Hi, Harley. Good to see you, sweetie. All right. So we still have 3-starred Hypnicity, Stars, and Yasmin. And I did say to you, Mary, that if you have a quick question, I'll go ahead and pull a card for you. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and sign out because I've been on for over 3 hours and almost 3.5 hours. Okay. So, Miss Mary, if you want to ask a question, go ahead. And if Hypnicity is here, Stars is here, or Yasmin is here, I want to go ahead and honor your getting in here early. Okay. Aw, and thank you for all of your comments on my videos, Harley. That really helps with the algorithm, and it's really sweet of you to do that. And you're very welcome, Arcana. I'm sending you lots of love as you go through some of that, okay? God, I remember crying over so many toads. Just so many relationships that just weren't the right timing or situation. So, but I got a really good one now. Took a long time after my Saturn return. Had to learn a few things. So, just a message on what you need to hear. Okay, Mary. You're welcome, sweetie. Okay. So I'll ask the guides what area they're going to have you focus on first, because that's important. Oh my gosh. Okay, can you guys give me like, there's a lot. Okay, Mary. Okay, give me the main ones so I can be specific. Okay, there we go. That's clear. Ooh, career. Okay, that tells me what deck to go to. Awesome. All right, let's look at a career here. Oh, you're so welcome, Cat Mama. You drew that? You are so talented. I love that. That is beautiful. That's very cool. You did a really good job. You're very talented. Yeah, I'm actually creating my own deck right now, and I'm using various digital apps and things like that, and it's not easy. Oh, okay. Getting some good cards for you, Mary. Let me see if I can find a way out of this. Now, let's see. Okay, that one. Okay. Oh, thank you, Marina. We had a lot of energy in the chat today, so I'm just getting through the people who were the lightning round people. They stayed here for over 3 hours. They deserve to get their questions. So, yeah, and everyone's saying that your artwork is awesome, Smika. So that's very cool because we're on YouTube over here too. So, okay. So, Miss Mary. So you've been through it, but you're coming out on the other side. That's the main thing that I got for you. I got Capricorn in 10th house. So they're having you focus on your career and business. Okay. Capricorns are very business minded. They're very logical. They understand money. So that's where they have you really focusing your energy on right now is your career and how it is profiting you materially right now. Okay. And you know, how you shine, etc. I got that you went through some stuff. I got the 10 of air. This is the same as the 10 of swords. The end of a difficult situation, embracing change, expect things to get better now, recovering from an addiction. So this is my Knight of the Darks. This is the Dark Knight of the Soul card. You might have gone through some stuff in the career department in the past or just more recently, and you're getting over some of those things. But I got that abundance is coming your way because I got the 4 of Wands. Okay. It's contentment, peace, abundance, a happy home life, a successful completion of a project. So if you're feeling like you had to go through like this really kind of dark 10 of air, 10 of swords kind of experience, the end result is going to be the 4 of fire. That's the 4 of wands. This is my wedding card. So this is there's going to be some type of a good result that comes from that. So that's something that you can look into after going through this 10 of air energy. Okay. There's always sunshine after that storm. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. If you've been feeling a little odd in that area, how you shine, things will get a little bit better for you there if you take a very practical approach to it. Okay. Oh, and you're in California. That's awesome. My sister was born there, San Diego. I lived there for a while. I lived in San Diego and LA, and I've stayed for a while in San Francisco. It's a beautiful area. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. I've been stuck for a while, working slow like a turtle for a dream I have. Yeah. So just, yeah, it's Capricorn, 10th house. Take it easy. You've got this. And, you know, the astrological energies that we've had over the last few years, especially post-COVID, have caused a lot of us to have to reroute our lives. So, all right. So I've been on for almost 3.5 hours, and I think I think I got to everybody. And oh, Imelda says, I visited when I was 15 and loved it. No way I could afford to live there. Yeah, me too. No, I live in one of the most expensive counties in Washington State, and we're really struggling. So I know what it's like to deal with some of the inflation going on. But given that you're a biologist, hopefully the pay's good. So that's good. Yeah, I have a friend that works in a lab studying diabetes, and she's genius, and I'm glad that she's doing well. Okay, so, wait, you are? Mary, if can you email me your birth information? If you were in that eclipse, if you were part of that eclipse, that stellium eclipse that took place, I believe it was February 2nd of 1962. If you were in and around that, if you send me your birth date, I would love to look you up and write something back to you. That's like Jim Carrey energy. I love that. That's Clint Black energy. I have a few celebrities with this, but I don't have a lot of clients with this. So if you email me your birth date, I'm really, really, that's like finding someone with 6 fingers. If you're a palmistry reader, it's like, yeah, you're rare. So you're really rare. So if you send me that, it's totally up to you. Oh, you're February 12th. So you're a week after the eclipse. Okay. Yeah. So go ahead. Yeah. 10 days actually. So I'd love to see your chart. It's totally up to you, but yeah, you're a unicorn, honey. Okay. Yeah, and it's expensive to live here too. The rents in this area for a 1-bedroom are around 3 grand. So that's more than my first mortgage. So yeah. All right. So I am going to go ahead and yeah, it's a stellium eclipse. The last time we had a big stellium eclipse was COVID. And it happened in Sagittarius, sidereal Sagittarius, and it was ruled by goddess Kali or Nriti, the goddess of destruction, and that's why it was so dramatic and just yeah, a lot of stuff came out of that COVID eclipse. That was, I believe, December 26th of 2019. That's the one that caused COVID and the fires and the crazy stuff that was going on in the collective. So the one in 1962 was big. So but yeah, so it's a rare thing to have. So I love that you have that. Okay. All right. So thank you all so much for staying with me. I'm going to have next uh, week, I believe I have Nancy with a Crohn's intuition. She is fabulous. And then I also have the lovely Ivana Intuitive. I have David Tarot by the Bay. And of course, Gerald's on at least once a month, every month, because cowbell, we can't get too much of him. And then I also have Marina's show that is on next Tuesday, and hers is a heart-centered tarot. I'm going to be posting that a little bit later. She is absolutely fabulous. And I'm looking forward to that. So you are so welcome. Thank you for staying with me. And for these, I think this might be my longest show, you guys. So I really appreciate you all for sticking with me. And I'm sending you tons of love. And please come back. I am here every single Wednesday at 4 o'clock Pacific, 6 o'clock Central, and 7 o'clock Eastern. All right. So sending you all love. And thank you all so much for being here. I really, really appreciated the energy very, very much. So take care. Thank you so much. Bye.